That said, Mamo Bia Kwaba from Oyerepa TV. So, Jumadi Oyerepa breakfast time. That is OBT. We are live with you this morning. Maybe I will be out and we'll Kwaba Kasia Pa. Now, we shall for certain carry public day in Gender. I'm Peninsula Biako Bompaye. National Thanksgiving and the prayer service. Am I train a year? Kadal Peter Texas. If Vatican. About do a year Ghana. Obelidi a year in Paibono and there by 7 a.m. I was so Kubino. Kumasi yo CCC. Kumasi de yo CCC. Ha. It's wa Kumasano. Na peso Kubini de. Oko CCC ya. CCC Calvary Charismatic Center.
Check police station.
Check police station which wa wane. Exactly. Wa wane. Njiwa peso ko bompa ni bino. Kwara kubobi enjoy ojuma o na ko bompa no enjoy ojuma o
enjoy say e be take the whole 2 hours bi
e be 2-3 hours probably 2-3 hours bi yeah
because I started 7 and pay ya acha be be at 10 kra 9-10
exactly
na wa be to ojuma so na mo a wo so yo obi adwuma no wan hwe yie na wa misa kwan na akwa wo benya asem nti so boss
wo misa kwan kwa manenko obi bi se bo manenko sa daddy
Uko America, National Thanksgiving, National Thanksgiving, big event kasi power America.
Me man kwa maninko. O bompai no bompai o demo.
Obi aso bo nyame beti.
Me mi jam ko bompai kana ba obetla. Obi anko me man kwa. Me man kwa. Me be so. And I mean kan sempi. Because the mashada and the yisa. But of course, e dey asele mo bia o support team Gina. And
just a single vote.
And just a single vote. Just one vote difference. And you do Lucy election. One vote difference. And a Lucy election.
But we fight a good fight.
Oh no, I mean,
why are they
don't for team like some GD. Don't move some buya hands down.
The
blender from yeah. The
next 2 years, right?
Yeah.
Say 2 years.
Yeah, 2 years.
Obesa boy who be me full force.
Let me give a big thank you to Abnadenta, super woman. Exactly. Abna is a very wonderful woman.
Abna has been near from.
Yes. Yeah, you want to come back. But mom support you no. And of course, my former colleague, man, congratulations to as well on winning the GJ presidency.
Is a very fine gentleman.
Oh, he's a fine gentleman.
And no kuni mi no akoye mi fie ko.
Aha. And ko bi say so dem ko fidie. Nanka.
Na oba no
na o paka wo de say kamuni ya.
And so oba ni so yo nua ba.
Na be fie die ye twa bokra. Obetu echa ne papa. Normal. Normal.
And ade ne so efikro na mu na eko.
Exactly.
Na say esi wa.
Once again, I said, a very big congratulations this morning. Yes. There was a for within at the Kwesi Parker Wilson. I don't pay many bar.
Akua Asiedua and any more share. If we sabi kusi say 9:30 be posa de ye ne saa no and then so ye fa na ye ne mo di nkomo nketenkete bi na ye de afa mu no ye de message of motivation beba whether the forex news beka ho ye the sports beba newspaper headlines saying a review Ghana to saying health and lifestyle na fe UBT agenda na ene nkomo bebre wo ho a ye bedwendwene ho ebra ne so ne bi telephone homa na wonso no wafrɛ akambi na ye nyina ye koyanim e wo man no enchichire emu ye man nti ne kana manyo no ye nyina ye man no nti fa ho jimbi na e kire wadwen na emu amagana mfa ne ntoma pemfra ye da mo nyina ase e ma mo ache.
Right, it was a point there quickly. Then go find your message of motivation, which is always brought to you by Bosheba Electric House. I think he's an actor. As a music, he looks like an actor anyway.
Or a rock singer.
A rock singer.
Okay. Showbiz.
And the say, Papa Bruce say and control say. Getting an audience is hard. Sustaining an audience is hard. it demands a consistency of thoughts, of purpose, and of action over a long period of time. In the way in the singing now, the castle. See, in this life, if you want to get an audience, it is very difficult, it is hard. Sustaining them is equally hard. However, it demands a consistency of thoughts, your purpose, and action over a long period of time. Audience. It takes a long period of time to sustain and get that audience he's talking about this morning.
Bruce Springsteen, on 23rd September 1949, into a car with 75 years, New Jersey, United States. Na watoto nyom atete band ahodo E Street Band, the Sessions Band, Steel Mill, ene de keke ka ho bebre. Na papa yi na yire de party ena ne ma Jessica Evans ena Samrian. Na ene na sama wo ka che ya no pen kire se ye ka audience a edom a eboje wo so. Ana edom a wo ye bibia omudi wachi ema fans sa na meka no. Wo se wo benya bia di wachi pa no eden papa. Ena wo bema wo mu nyina so aka hwa obi adwene nsesa se de bia wa na omo begu ofo no eno so eden. Na ne nyina mu ne se betimi ayeyi a je se wadwene mu obutaye mu ena fe nioma a wo ya wo de etwe se nipa no wo ye toa so empemfie bebre na mo wo ye we ne na kyera ye bibi fofora ontimi sustaining wo audience no enti Bruce Springsteen se enka nche wa no pay ogina ono no na dwuma a wo ye so se musician no ena wo de ebo eka asasem yi ye ka wo ye dwumtuni watete band atoto nwomo a American rock singer ye ka rock music a omo anim ne de tetefo no omo nim osan tworo nwomo ye songwriter or ye guitarist you can so body tie and ni din and your friend will stage so ne the boss tina say you can rock nwum dia Springsteen the boss na so se ni pay di na chi over the years a wabo nwum nyina so obetimi ama omo nyina akoso adowa mfie bebre a gisa de kro na wo ye no koso ye ne saa na emom o ti kofa nchen ba bia na wo mane na adekro nti a omo hu ya omo ba wo nchen no wo free ho a nya de abetimi sustain ni omo nti o se ye de ba ye life mu a bibi a wo ye bia no koso aye amane ani aginagina emfa nkunimdi e ma o right sa wo ye bibi a koso a ne focus na ye kwesi hwe obi kra o ye blacksmith a omo de dade ye hye gyamu ya onani wo se ba bia o pese oyi shape wo no okoso bone kese odi ahye gyam na odi forge na hu gyanim na edade na bene ko no na fi wayi ato no de dade kama kese boso obone wa consistently a wo se shape kro na wo pe no na nsaka Ghana hakra musician ben wa ye popular over the years ene kura se bia wagya nwombo a enipa da so ubo ni din a ye kai no ade kro na wo ye na lumba Adekona oye na.
And I think Sarkodie too has. Yeah. I think Sarkodie too has gradually also getting to that level. Yes.
Nenyum bi ede. Yanka omo eba anu eye bi ye katetefo na omo aso Sarkodie say so wabonyo mache.
Oh wabonyo mache.
Me nka be a last 10 years for you be. Sir. Lumba is a very beautiful example.
Yeah, Lumba.
Numbia will be catcher was a Lumba. A release this CD na or tinte so to pure better because someone say sounds to be free again all the about what you are saying. At the corner all na consistency. Why any sunny beat then lyrics. Oh yes, we just a bread. We keep paper and pen. There's so nipa and that's what done because of idea will deliver and for plenty. Yeah, the two Springsteen there no one. Sape pepe na ye. We life no any bibi a wo ye no. Ya de krona de wo ya eye no ye ne sa na be us at the end of the day no it will pay off
internal pay I mean request lu manyom ba ko mawati pem tam panam pam pem eh menim to show but you every day
pem don't me pem
but the pleasure singer pem
pem so and some pem don't so time
and one that father sa
obi antime no
a man for the town to fancy. And so my special Lumba request for you this morning. I don't know. We have a AC one enough thing. Then go check it. Your weather for the next 20. you share the current situation. It is likely that issue no better. In Ashanti region, we are doing 56% chance of rain across the 50 mark, and I say threshold. No, it is a possibility. Say you should better. Ashanti region, come and say now. Greater Accra is doing 68% chance of rain, almost close to 70%. What it means is that there's a huge possibility. Saying so, no better. Our Greater Accra. Mama Insurance said that is a weather update for the next 24 hours from Ghana Meteo. Quickly, Ghana Sydney no na ho to say na pay. Ebishafo man hwemra.
For you hear figures here. Said the net and run pepe pesana etie US dollar nene ukita ba kubi abenya 10 cedis mpeso akakra so. We a Bank of Ghana figures so nenso kɔ fam abochifo no. Bank na e quote figures no mo ani dollar ni bi om de mankrofo. Na mo ba bia wo bekɔ abekwakoto no. Ya na difference value no enye the same. Bank of Ghana figures.
Normally a 1 CD up. So 10.3 no. I want to be 10.4. Sa. Normally a 1 CD up.
Say ne buy 11.3 mum. So 1 CD be count there be
11.3 mum. Yeah, sure, 11.3.
But 11.3 1 no kabum na wo sesa go no so
exactly. Nah, ko abochifo no be 11.
Yes. Enti pound sterling and so na 14, euro 12, Canadian dollar 7.5 and a Chinese RMB 1.4.
And I heard Andra Sami making the point that gold have gold I don't know you know. Making about $900 million for the Bank of Ghana. Not for Bank of Ghana. Because of the buy, you know, the policy of Japan. In $900 million. About office. And I think that is good. It's, you know, if say we are seeing the sustaining of the Ghana citizens, maybe perhaps. Maybe a good board and issue.
Oh, by all means. And yet, because
10, 11. And the businessmen, they're happy about it.
They are, but they can't so transfer and call.
And no, maybe someone said, but let me say, maybe because them say the banks are fair for when I did, and I say, we should have me a course. It's
not to be confirmed, the American.
No, okay, say, or check my election into me if you come back to but I'll check and then I'll check.
You be do me aso kra me bisa. Enti ye ba nyame adom akina na ye di hu nkomo. Enti eswatia emra na omunya binya adwuma na few ne mra na ntinisi fom na emwa ye customers aye wo akire nyina. Abusuafo sikasam no sei ne nkomo ne te. Ye wie no ne sa no a ya na sports nkomo na ye boy ye ho akotie. Ensem bebre koso ewo sports emu Ghana ne nkrofo aman so. Baba isa ye krado dada. Ye na ne ye ho nkomo na ye ba
halal and flomine
Biom eba obiti dwumadie eso de wokrata emu nkobodie na yeba abedi no ensam de ya na dos na de di akotene wo bupa no na ya yedi mu enkomo no ene eye national Thanksgiving day na prayer day ni na kabo ndi said ya mampani aka no ene ye bompa obi abeti me kwa fa ye funu to kakra o paka he sa wo do ye funu ne to ha o de bi ayo he obeti mi aye
Obama ho de Obama ho na
Obama ho ne o mai kwesi
o mai
this is kwesi ese nkwan ye da 3
no kra na kana hwe kese
enti
kwesi na Ghana ye
kwesi tie
wow
wo Obama o mai no so na sa wo nkwan odi ye kro ma no ten wan ye de
o mai no no man na zo bedi yidie maybe o mai no na zo bedi
yantini ye start no
mo ye de
kwesi yantini ye start
no be bam be ye
yantini ye start
no betimi a start say street so kwa na mahu se woni di nsuo na wo no
Bible say
9:30 anu we di betimi a ye so kwesi 10 so wo
kwesi Bible say
also
na
kwesi kana me kama
na ni Bible
any
Bible say any Bible
apantefo mo ma also boade oboa no
but of course me no ya adwese ya mi wo man na ye wajase but wow so no wo ban be Jacob ni Esau ni ga kasa asem mam na ka kire me Jacob ni Esau aba Jacob da papa ko jin shani ni Esau ban nya Isaac ka kire ne se although wo no na ba jin shani ko de na so wo kentene one as the word wo kentene ho a
be yu nkonua
wo so benya wo de bisa won say Ghana ya kintiri ya ho
ampa so onya brosu
bisa won say Ghana ya kintiri ya ho 68 years Sunday be bom pae asori ahodo wa Ghana obi ani
kwesi winim
ya bisa ya kintiri ya ho that's the question
be ya see achia
that is the question
bibi o baby ayenya ne right because advanced am my baby wo wa so kwa yemu din wo ebi ni wo am my baby yeah,
go to China, go to Asia, go to South Korea, go to North Korea.
But that's
the point. But that's the point. It's you know, this young person was a king as a mind. I bring you in China. I get passionate about some of these things. Because it's 68 and not for more. Common Accra Kumasi Road in point. Common Accra Kumasi
movie from south to west. Everybody for west.
So good years. Common Accra to Kumasi Road.
Yeah, this is what I say.
And then 68 years.
Who see crying corona mukra?
And then maybe you go to
yes actually emu yes
boa to form cry. Boa to form cry.
The cry story be about baby am say boa cry emu ho. Obubutu form am be na asasa story
na na tesi.
Yeah, the daily graphic and Eddie Kai. Oh, I'm making oh, Mampeni. Truth and accuracy every day. Ghana Mampeni, so we say Jata. John Dramani Mahama into a man in Sanosono. Ghana marks National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving today. Peter Tin, some in Chemunia said you want to create in Yano, Ubenyantiene, and yeah, dead a mere say, Nayasa Bompire said a Mampeni, Ediba Tujan in Tisha. Holiday no me dey akosha Friday
exactly and then I can also say a holiday but on the akosha Friday
and yepa
next week next year kwanya me adme be send in Friday me boa say no so be see we kwa be midweek it's ya wadan so be kwa Friday
say so holiday see Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Yeah,
the
Friday.
Any Friday na akra come.
Any Friday na akra.
Monday dey come.
Saturday, Sunday so be come Monday.
Be come Monday. But Monday dey come. So Monday dey be Monday.
Monday and Friday the holiday.
Holiday exactly.
Maji abo.
But ya jabo ye bo. So Monday is a holiday. You be observe some Monday holiday. But how they see Tuesday, they see Wednesday, they see Thursday. Yeah, they be Friday.
Not just our 2 weekend.
No. Yo, Jama man go for this how long way.
The issue is that Ghana for the one efa holiday the Fridays ni bi. Ti say esi ya wada. If you don't want now mine lose.
I think it's a very good policy. It's a very good policy.
And Abedjufo re-elected GJA president. Other 5 positions have new faces in the Ghana Journalists Association and Jofuko, John Fona.
And I saw you to abandoning all over Ghana, both regional and national.
I'm a position is Benumbi or Honoma, Afofro, and Aba Abidi. Government releases 139 million Ghana cedis for LEAP.
Okay. Livelihood empowerment and how mind that
program. Into page 20. Study a hunch yeti and ubehu. And Dr. Kesawato forcing a bany sana hene and so ene dahano na implement EVAT IMF recommends. The IMF 4 and come for my say and cavat no ye na be for kwan so de ni bia eno ebetumi aboa eno ensem ndikesi wa ho na
VAT the fact remember DJ for them so but VAT be kaki 12. I was reading a report somewhere last week about electronic VAT here. Mama said last year almost share say no me implement your public kakanoka. The revenue of GI went up by 58%. 58%. Extra 50%. Since then, the intimate term MOB there was a story that came a few weeks ago. Say about 2 million or say 3 million shops and I say retail outlets, you know. Still now almost enrolling onto the VAT at the end.
Maybe in Tia,
maybe almost
Sometimes you use paper. It's a normal cost system. I don't know why. It doesn't need IMF to tell us these things. I'll say, yeah, yes, I did. No. Some make canoe. Can't tell me no. And I am a catcher of massa. You're doing a niska.
Kwesi I didn't hear any hand.
I don't know. I don't know.
Minimum, I say you
people are
I don't know.
But you money any less.
I don't know.
Sana me who know.
I don't know. It's we don't be sure. And that DJ, I'm winning here. But my congratulations. But I'm a candidate here. Olusuye.
Oh.
Be sure to lose, mom. We lost by 1 vote. Gina lost by 1 vote. Gina lost by 1 vote. It's a chairman, but then that's ABC. I think say you penny for the DJ penny for no. It does say gonna montias and I don't know, but Minti be that say 5 hours.
No, campaign manager.
Minti be that say 5 hours into an election.
5 hours.
5 hours into an election. In fact, you be election on Thursday, and I'm the listener by. I'm on the tour.
Album.
It's you know, me album my young juma. I mean, say see be tour man going on to man. And I'm a calculation say, they are we 4-3 voting. Let me win it. 5 hours into an election.
I am run
and run your tour man 5 hours. Be almost one baby.
Now album for fraba.
Now you the new list ambassador.
Send a politician here and you can
I know some new list if you
I stopped the process for like 1 hour.
Who protest?
I stopped the process for me.
Our residency.
Of course, I'm be easy for the catcher.
Now, album the one at the buy.
Say, what?
Politicians here near.
And American, you need moral rights.
And I'm to to account. There's a Mudimba.
You need moral rights to be as a politician.
And I said that.
And I said that. Easy for year course. You're friend penny for crack. I'm so
why not this list to buy? Why not make it?
I'm say you want easy for the catcher say DJ for the list for Faba. Say nipa 5 be. Na say nipa 5 no. Omudi waka listen but also I will come and listen. I'm say since Thursday.
DJ for na a year na.
Since Thursday.
I'm not for na dey buy na say DJ secretary.
I'm election secretary. Minimum go bombo the minimum no grambo. Election secretary no. 5 hours into an election. I agree with what about your supplementary election. And remember before the election day. On the election day, no. Let's be on the count. So I was asking the easy ones.
Kwesi when you were German.
Let me answer me.
What can I do? Sure, say contestants.
Mama say, me need right some stop process. I can't. Say a come here some to man. Since on the list of number 12.
No me any pado.
From your 5. And they change at the man. Number 5 now so every station. Love so you can imagine. So you can imagine. Number 5 ning now. Every level.
And no more colleague.
And no more colleague now. In general, I don't just say me plans now. But number 7 can say DJ4.
Politicians
this is unheard of.
We see any moral right.
Exactly.
Ghana has a young Ukrainian.
Who said that? Obi no obi. And down.
Me dey aye bi nti na pa.
And no be dia.
Ona san koyi.
Be dia.
I say dey san koyi.
Ya to about adopa ya say into
free and fairness na we.
Na abobe 1240. Na for the new list aba. Aba me mo me be 26 minutes.
Baby,
exactly.
Only Pacona or no, Yadini Diaban, ya compile list back no more.
It's my cousin, don't mind who's on list.
Everyone on by GJ members.
Mafia work,
Pow. Mafia work.
Dina your Bentiana.
If you I lost there. In all the shenanigans in Adam, though mechanics to see.
One vote. Why has that
found the camera? I won the election
on Lucy.
I won the election, but Sanabanda was a you know, again, but don't be as one supporting.
I don't know what I say. Yes, son, and Branduna, your giant simple majority. Someone. Oh, what some pa.
It wasn't nice.
It wasn't me were here be one mamma rap and Tina Mamma Jenny
any and the phone showed on now. That was there the whole day till 3 p.m.
Why are dear? We were about
why are dear? Jonas done very well.
Single handed the way or the Kunesina Betty.
Me the other president.
Yeah, dear. We are thinking of litigating the matter.
Mumisa wants a
general. A banner said the court. We take it from you, take it to court.
So who we need a dear say Krana scamish.
Banner said the court. Banner said the court.
Coffee mini abemamo, but
be for so many years.
Or you mean of a so for you attachment to a hunty.
You don't do that.
I was a fairness.
You don't spring a surprise on candidates who are you don't spring a surprise on them.
Almost one common play. The other side is also can nipa no
mo kwa mo hwe ba bia 5 million na se de Kwesi kan te sa o mu ye free bala na di kan sa wala na di abada
na to one station
enya fine
o nti na delegation mo bobo ma
enti na ni GBC efo na so ye bi sa GBC ko kwase nipa wo ho
chai no ko nipa do so kra
gina o GBC nti se GBC fo nso nyina ye sa
enka DJ penny for no one kind na yam ya se na mini akra hobi but you be sure
but sen cry na fia me atsam no meti ase ye be di nkomo if you baby na eba ye be di nkomo
if you baby na eba do mo so
mati
if you baby na eba nti afia ye ko ye ni em say ye di nkomo na ebia nti
yam fa Daily Guide Embra Ghana's favorite newspaper said yeah so
me ofa Kofi
me I say yeah so Kofi Ghana
no way obi ka say me so ko hwe wo ji sales na chi ono no many pakrofans wa bonti
bana headline no Kofi Juma Maxwell Kofi Juma Kofi Ghana no ye Gihok managing director and CEO
let's see you I mean
why came me and what the MP so was about to emphasis so yeah one the police arrest Kofi Juma over 3 stolen cars. Why? The way they never panic where we we are coming inside their going to action and yes they are granting a bill 500k bill near the amount of 500k not just 5 billion and yeah they are 23 so National Lottery Authority donates 100,000 to tidal wave victims or more a password channel a boy a pamo say woman dying and NLA lottery for no akomo 100,000 Ghana cedis and no nsem wa ha and 4 Chinese galamseyers arrested with pump action guns in China for idi woka na just dance askwa area mu wa ntia no so no na Justice Tokonu and so edda reconsider Justice Tokonu suspension Ghana Bar Association if I got okay but what can asem na fa Justice Tokonu say okay. Inti the suspension on penny for that new be.
GBA no sre.
Ghana Bar Association.
A lawyer for Kabomuku. No, I say matter is there. No, matter is in terms of Moko, no Greater Accra Bar. We quite also a national president. Representing national. GBA United Stress Mampenino. Said the mini Kwesi Atna say tamper justice with mercy. Sometimes in some quarter. Menana, me mama e papa. Ba could be no a judge justice redo. E wo menhia court ha me bi atwam wo se the way I go back court to crowd conduct ho no etimi ma judge tell sentence so ma na obi won so anasem ye ne se wo dibem nti oba na o throw ni wait about no so ehwemu a yetimi kra do no kra yes ne do so chen ne bi a wo no feel se wo difo a wo kwa nti GBA na aka ye behwe de ye koye nim ne besi Professor Duajima energy tech de wan ka ho asem me so ho na me we interest
reply omo
Aye. Ghana tertiary education bibi
commission education
PhD na for aba omo di fake PhD
doctors
aye obi create make am yenu bom doctor oh e di bom na abenya ba ko pekuta no ehu ti anu wati fifire ne bra na wabre omo afiase afi omo ni wo say
Omisa time.
Omo afiase afi omani say obi a ne de ne nya genuine bia no on drop it unyai na e be duru ba bia doctor frɛ no na dɔɔso organ ha dodo obi kra de onware ye de bona baso keke na no abɛka ne din na me akratefo a ya na ewo mu omo nim de a still omo bu omani gu sa de ne so no mo na ya na me di omo ho ya obebere na enipa ne bebere me mpese metena ha bobo din bi gosi ye free ngwarabre ma ye ba na ye free bi mu doctor pass na nye doctor na no ye kan news ani ye bom din me mpese me bobo din bi kura bi abamu tirim
bebere ne lawyers wini mo bi ne friend lawyer
lawyers mesi ono de minim say minim bi no mo de ne ye fans kwa e na mo de je ntimi say me sha dan teki ayi wo ho bebere say me hu na me bi afans na me de be ma
ye kan na wadwen fa wini mu a wo be fans wo ye
pepepe na ba ko bi die say me ka kire obi say onye lawyer ono mi je akyinye pa na me so pa ono so nko bi sa na onye we na me ofa Kofi Dwuma nso me de adin o
Kofi Ghana
na cars ne me ensa no na Kwesi kan say wate bo ne so ato
yeah it's a one I'm bad because you see I think say police for no they are me kind of say media I just say me the kind of why Becca I think the police misled the people of this country if you we are car bia take it from me when we are car bia has not stolen any car what has happened what has happened say I'm not yet stolen my police for the I'll be very surprised what has happened they say e buono and what so and what talk and 4,000 4,000 Ghana cedis.
Land Cruiser.
If you are talking 4,000 Ghana cedis, a chrono. A condition of service. Obia Tenasi said Gehok, Obama the Sevilla.
What's what one is
4,000 Ghana cedis. 1,004.
Land Cruiser.
And it's also police for the Casa Asem. No more Casso, 1 year card because there are documents to show. Say Obe Sevilla. See Obi Babiano. Whoop. Na wo kwa ka ya to amon obe tua 5% obi na tena sa to nkrata mu
ai won ka nya ma we nya yesesa
ene na be kasa mpabo na nya adwuma
eno ma bi mo nya
because kan no $100,000 what you assuming impo $100,000 is 5% say $5,000 $5,000 you from Ghana cedis say $75,000 Ghana cedis no 4,000 no be sign paper amana document estate
Ghana mobile.
What I say? It's in asam nyetieno no. Into kase we I would disagree with you. And now me tie
press conference. Where the bear pardon goes from.
Minim but stolen there. What can this like no more? And no exactly. It is not fair to
what you who be
exactly. So it's not fair to him. So because of money we cars. But on the flip side, on also papa no so. What talk kind of 4,000? Na ya nefe.
Land Cruiser yen turn 4,000.
Oh, turn 4,000. Na ya nefe. I dey turn $100,000.
Country call Ghana.
And yet give up in kwa. All the state-owned enterprises.
Yes, the amount for through them.
Ose. It's why you be biano. Why? You can't fault them. Honestly, you can't fault them. Again, she say be a down.
Enye
what say
or enjoy what you know.
It's yes akwa nipa no obo na be se ka bia
you can't really fault the man.
Ka bia o pepper o be sha da ya mo
makota man o ra kwa wa 2,000. Every time obi should to be sa Joyce Bar. O to ne dey 15,000.
And so you can once
exactly. And 15,000. What I say? So you there down a condition of service. So you can't really fault him, but sabi. Because of Kofi Dwuma. Exactly. You can't really fault him, but because of Kofi Dwuma, baby, when you could be near a drum while you get 1 ton of 4,000.
Na yedden. If you for birthday man, as some next went 1 ton of 4,000 na yedden. Na yedden. Yem for happy birthday. It's the grand Mutua Champo. Franco Tua Champo, and can you know a lecturer, Christian Service University, Franco Tua Champo, say with you no. And then your birthday, you will show happy birthday. Or say, and this original communication team member, you will show happy birthday. Me ba no.
MCR birthday.
Enti me ba no, Mr. Otuo. PSC Kechi we show happy birthday na manzo say we show happy birthday enjuwa birthday
and enjuwa birthday abenjuwa MC me ma me no di ni nyina ya me ma me din enti me de ma me na me frɛ ne prekope me ma me happy birthday to you why obapa nyame nhira o papa
and me na happy birthday
enjuwa Kwesi enjuwa
Juna na no ma me so me enjuwa na phone ni na no so me get friend ya
oba no na me so me papa ne Kwesi na ne nana ne mami nya enti abusuafo ye mamu ye ma enjuwa happy birthday wishing happy birthday na bibia wo bia cheni bia no pay and me pese ye jeje ne so pa amenchwa happy birthday
lady back sister Margaret then wa ne ba
oh
you said ne wejuma
you know me na sister
Margaret
madam Foketwa class 1
class 1 said and the birthday and owo the friend God love monsu owo Edum Presby School e wa heya nti no efi ne ma me ho sister Margaret was it madam for again one and then na we don't see
sister Margaret dey react me na wa
oh cleaner you do cleaning
or the Margaret
Maggie
I was up for the mama e friend akọ papa bi Akua Asiedua de Ghana to say ever to us so
abusuafo ye mamu nyina chi bi o mama kwaba e de ba Ghana tesen eso ene nkomo ye di na no pay eye dumso ho nkomo obroni say intermittent power outages na enei ama ohaw aba a akromfo atake advantage of esum no ene emunuoma a wo nam ebo nkrofo kro no ewia wo mo ye nyina nim se sumba a ehuhuru ba obi koda najo na ehuhuru de no a bebre no a obebiebie na pono ne mpoma ato ho sade ebe ya mframa ebetimi efira bonten na abefa ne ho Liberty Town eye kuro bi wo boase ana abro no na omanfo e ho no kire sese de hu abo won papa na ne nyina mu no kania edundum bebre ni nti ama akromfo etetetete sumu e wo ho a omo eni omanfo no edi ne basa beya bosume mienu ni a abesene kurei omo chese omo to hye nipa so wo kwa wo bag ni yaje wo mobile phone ni yaje titru sekane ne edumu a otesumu no oba no shatade tuntum a ene ewu hu ne kra nam so mama ka ho asem a ne so mu ni ka kyerefo ene obi anso meye hwe emfamfa ho yesem twani bema kwakunya meche a woto nkra efiri buase ene ne mpotam brayin no ene omanfo ni bia kodi nkomo na ensem ode ba ye bi ni
ene ne bosome baako da ho anadwena Robert Bams idada ho no mu be 10 o'clock na abro so na 10 be 10:05 mu ho no mu no baba ya baako frem se obi hwehwe epie ya na boy baako gina me kwan na mbisa nsa ade ye ni bia wankasa me dane me ho abebesa wo mo de pragya ne Bams mema kesie nu obi ekitatuo mi kunte dede o mo bo pono nim sa na mi kunte dede ni te ba na ba ko di tuo no so dwa mo a wo dwa ne nyina no odi na chi na fe be ka me na me baba ya e boro de o ma bumi papa ma fono ne manim nyina honhone mu ye o ma sa bobo mituo afa mi sika bebre esika bi ene me ho pra me de ye bibia me nan nie ni nyina tuo boba ne gunhu bepem ne kora no ene mako hospital nyina ba sister boba ne bi hihim kora o muntimi ye ho hwe enye me nko na asi mantem ha asi nipa be nan ana num so ma be ma ba ko yasa bo ntuo ma me ba ko ma age no soro ha no nso ma me bi wo ho massage no etimi bisa se do ase anu ni unyam be kire down ha na Liberty down ha wase ma ye nka ho ana ye free police ba me de police for by eye bibia nso mo ko ye me amisa akọ police station ho eye bibia nso bia yente bibia nka esi ye no nipa nan bosome ba akopemu nipa nan ne awobo wo makan me ho timi bisa se liberty down ha yenka ho ana ene ye de police ni bia meboa ye ye fle assembly ma ye hu no ye fle obi a ye ntene nka nti ade nti na ekoso nti me hia a police fo ene mpanimfo a moka bia ye se omuntwa o mani mehwe liberty down na omo nso meboa ye emu akọ omo wa o betimi bia boa ye no omo famra no meboa ye se ye nyina ye ka boa sikuru anu antime no enene 4 days that one na jo 1 o'clock now obesi bi tuo ebesi paso ami adom ye de osi yeso se ojiska so meniska de me pa ne che obia pampene gina me so mebo otuo amamska mebo otuo bia ya ne se meti se dede bi koso se ewio na awoba ne pie opie ye no no ma woni shoot 2 times na meti se kaya atu emra opie no medwane ko he me ne me ba ne nyina adwane ko hye adwaye hyenimu no na yemutu yemukaya yemuko afa me fon afa me ba ne fon de ko yemupie ne yemu abobo yibitu awo mra yemu ba me ho no boy ne nso koda hospital afi na yeyi no abo police amane hu se police ni bia mpo aba me ha se oboase yenka ho ana yesre mpanimfo onwa oka bia eyeye se yemo meye yemwa se mo yemo meye yemwa de a ene yemma ene yebusunya de susu se em se Ghana yenka ho emo maboa yen na de mesiye no
abusuafo ekon ni mu eden se do manfo no ka no de ano eden papaapa na enkomo yinti ye bekwa homa so na yensem training no a wode asem no ebre yen be makwa kunyame che ye ne de nkomo no ebisa se kane ni dum no etisen wo boase ye nam so ama abro ye akromfo atake advantage of isum na wo nam so etete o manfo no nyame che ma che
Mami mbata bijuto
enioma tesa no pay
mami bibi akosuka maka
ede nyankopon ase na ubro no ya wode emunsam ede free boase ede ba Liberty Town ne onim boase papa no utwamfoni a Liberty Town ewo eben bro no de he
yo mami mama yete mu ina kwa performa Oyerepa TV so na sene anopai amafo hwe no ano de yepa mami mo pemo boase a enema bebrida na ekoso awo boase na ade ba ko a hatmanfo pa nkane adunduma pressure ibi na se ye twon foni no bebi atwam ni na se be kosme pa ko ene na otwe mienu ni na ye da sori no na ye nkane ina aduma mo boase na ye ko total light out na ahoya we wosempa na no edamu be enan na ya na se nanu mansa na wo muso na omuso wie no ha bonse yedum afọ de na ye de ama afọ bonse yedum afọ de na ye de ama afọ na no na ekoso na enemo bebri na akoso oboase a ba ko ne se sedum nkane na akromfo ama homre so ama edrum memre bi yedum kane na ama omukoku mame ba ko ewo oboase eye abompe krumu a eno hu nsem no be deja ewo oboase na be na otu mienu ekwa ne bosu mieni na ukopiem ewo Liberty Down na Liberty Down no ekwa oboase ho na womo no ewo abompe tese uwuwe mu a ntisa brono no efe no Liberty Down te no ka oboase ho a eno no omakwan ene nyoma kitingiti bi omu hia pa nti no so mo oboase kronimu a omo breyi pa nti kedum light na kromfo atuma ko hye sa brono no so na omudi amanfoni nya ama mpepam no kasai ma ba ko dwadini okudi dwa oba fie no sa kromfo na tetena enende wo mutu ni tu sika be 500 million ana moji ye na ade ba ko a ede wo mni se etu no mutu ye no nkuma me no ebo ne nan ama etu abobɔ ne bi ko hihye mu a mpepam no kasai de adopter fo no tumi agyan na so ama maame no uguso oja ya hwɛ sa community ni ho ara no akonfo no tumi kɔ operation ama adwadifo a wɔ saa bɔ no so nyinaa no motumi target takatiamo a ɔmade gyi jom ho skai na te sɛ ima menom ɛde abrahosɛm no ɛde tu yanim sɛ yɛnka bi mo ɛsan sɛ akonfo no ɔmo strategy mafa no sɛ yɛdum kanea no pɛ na ɔmo nso anya akonya nti ɛno na nam so mo de ade sɛ deɛ fa Oyerepa TV so na ato ɔboase mpanifo tisiu ɛne ECG ne mpanifo ka bi wom sɛ saa de no ɛdi mu nya paa ɛno nti ɛbɛyɛ a ankomo mbɛ mu bi na saa ɔhaw no nkomo ntimi ensi ano nti ɛne yɛde di ho nkɔma na yɛwɔ ɛyɛ nano kɔhyɛde ya ɛna yɛhu sɛ energy minister so wepie mu ɔboase a ɔkyerɛ sɛm sɛ amanfo su no aduro mo nim nti no ɔmo ba na mo bɛhwɛ adegude potia ɛkɔ so ɔboase nti ɔmo ma ɛkɔ Brico substation ɛwɔ ɔboase wɔ wase na ɔhɔ na nkanea no ahodin na free banti energy minister ne mpanifo di nkɔmɔ no assurance ɔmo de ama deputy energy minister honorable Richard Jan Mensa ɛne sɛ yakopɔ adoma webe yawada ebe yawada di enum ya no saa ɔhawa ɛkɔ so ɔboase na kanea no nyina no yɛhwɛ no mu sɛ free yawada ɛkɔ no ɛto bɛba ɛto betwa na afei timamfo no ɛhoatɔ mo nti ba me wobepie mo ɔboase a deɛ tie no no
I see. Na sa brono na ye ka ho asem yi no. Liberty down no. Me honko na sa ɔhawu ɛwɔ. Na utoto ana so so ya se akromfo attack a ya om steady area no. Ehwɛ mrono no ɛne adefo dodo a ɛwɔ hɔ. Ugye de sɛ die nti ɛna akromfo nani ɛhɔ no mpɔte na wo mani hwɛ no. Adwadi bia kɛse bi wɔ hɔ. Ana business no sɛ hɔ de ni bumi nti sika wɔ brono ne so ana.
Ma mo bepie mu ɛwɔ boase a ɛnso ɔboase nkasa na ayɛ kura gidin na unya bo boase din a na so bia nim sɛ ɔboase de ebi ɔkura na otu kwanko ɛkɔ ba bi yɛ sika hyɛ ho de sika ba ɛnso bepie mu ɔboase a sika for de ebi wɔ ha pa na saa Liberty down hɔ no ɛdan akɛse yɛ a ɛma sɛ ayɛ extension ɛne ɛdan hɔ no so woni sika wontumi hwa bi nti wɔnyɛ sika wie no na sɛ akɔhyɛ hɔ na sɛ apa odan bi asi nti hɔ no de say a conform akɔhyɛ na so ma target some group of people bi a yesu mo skaka ka wo mu nsɛm na bebre na so ɛyɛdwadifoɔ na ɛnyɛ ɔhonko a yɛwɔ bono bebre so a amanfo bebre na to nsa frɛ sɛ yɛmra na ɔmo nka mo hawo nkyerɛ sanse akɔmfo no ɔmo ho sɛ yɛdum kanea no pɛ na ɔmo afa saa akonya no so na ɔmo kɔwura saa bono hɔ nti ɛnyɛ Liberty da honko a yɛwɔ areas bebre hɔ a akɔmfo no yɛyandum like na ɔmo omu konso omu di abobo ya ibi ena konta ma pragia ibi mom no mo de ko nti amanfo de omu nsa etetre wo mo twi pragia te bia akonforo ne omu ye baako na omaji pragia na koyesa operation no anase sa pragia fo ya bi ne twom ho ekodi sansa mone no na ya na ye kan na ya kazu se mpenifo se so bi benya wa ne fro ntumam di ya na mpebe obi wo community ho a ya na oyi saa konfo no asetre enti ye hwese saa de ya ekoso oyina no mbenifo de omuna besi fom na etotwa emre bi epegya ne mu ama aposifo atumi ato wo mo so we na minim ese aposifo ya ama enei saa de no ensanso koso wo boss bi ma me
si na bambo ho nsem kano na me bebisa we bo asesem wo command kese pa ya police headquarters kese e wo mpotem ho na no achi no police post ne patrol ehun komo eno so te sen
mami free brasa nkanya modun me pa eno de police for be say omo yo moduma bet mami de me kan say wo mo page mo me so san say kani bi no bra na mine jemu na garamse koso ne ade no na police for omo ahun bambo no na ano de mba say na me say abafo makra enti so mu tie ya na say ye twa mo adwene si say omo page mo police for ye adwuma pet mami aka san say Liberty down no ade chane tresan kedro ne mmempo anka police for no enfo mo cast no mefem eden a so bi akonfo no sel shempotem ho a wo hu say ka na betwem won de so afa adwene boni bi kwa na obese san adwene na say police post bi kwa so no mezi wo sa area ho san say skafo ho dam akasha ne wonti anka kedro ne mmra anka police for no fa wo mo cast ni bi ni ade emebo police patrol ho na emwa na fe so ye nka yasem no saa Liberty down ho ne duru anumra just you see a doom light no ohotum bibi anti ankabra nkana ne ngira so no komo bobo street light ho emmo adehia ho so how mu kakra mam
oyi ehu na abeto woni ekodwa hamache ene woni epie anwumre a esum ne so san beka ho eto nchen a how be pa na sa basabasa ya yekoso yi de bro manfo
mame how kesia pa eye se o abon se yatutuo o show dem abon se yatutuo nti eno no de ehu kesia ba ena fe san kanya dum no ama mame adwuma nyina me no ka sei adwuma fo no bebre okwa na yapam mo a se yese mo betena fi ni na se se ne na mo ye production no san se nkanya dum no koso nti no that production na eswat nti how kesia light out ye dum ne so ebi okwa no a asa me no ka sei kwa no ma da sumo be na otwe ni a nkanya omunya nkanya mfeni omudwuma nti se sani pako oya adwuma ni na ebe sei titru no mo de fridge ne nkane di dwuma no ha kese dia bro mo ne se omusika sem aba fom ama mbebam no kese adwuma ina so ekofom ewo boase communities ni bebra adwuma fo bebre no ana yele mu danwa ma wa betre fie mami
asam abai asam isa so kronfo strike a ono obepa ade nti ba bi ade wo no obekọ assembly member wo boase MCE wo ho MP wo ho nananom ne mpanyimfo bebre wo ho mate se obi aka bibi anaso se mate se ebi a oma dwen se ye de asem no ebi a yan akeka ne form ha nso nya adwuma nti ye de be mpanyimfo anim anamonto bi sa aba
mami sane na ye ka no yes ensandrofo a ye wo boase ene ne potemo no ye ya dwen se ye be press conference ana se ye be demonstration atia sa ade na ekoso no esan se mo ara mbeka kire se ejato Greco transformers ni mu ama mpempam no ka sei dum so na mo ye bet ibu ho a ase ECG enya fair to some of the communities ibu ho o just mu be 3 days 4 days eno na ya didi de hun komo awo form ha ya oboase ni potem de didi de hun komo to anama trotro nkata bebre nti eno na ya da sorry ya yun se deputy energy minister ni Ashanti regional minister honorable Frank Amako Hinene oboase mpeni for both oboase east ni oboase west MCs and afi MP honorable Kokwati KK any penifo ka bi wo mu no ebe piem e wo Greco a omo che so mo de omo ni behwe de ekoso enti ba mo de ahye ne se yakopɔ adoma we be ya wada ebe de si anti bibia ene ebetumi aye ye nyoma hodo e pese ye bet energy minister ama ya assurance ya wada ekɔ no saa dum so no eto beba fom nti eno na ye na ye hwe no se ene eye benada nti ɔkyena wukuo ya wada yi na yahwe stadium penifo betumi etu anamo mami
ensem ni nyina no aka bibi wo ho bie wa wo beka na se suku nkwara de omu ye safe okronfo na oba ne de nya akwara nti no oba ne mo empanyimfo nti emofra nso so adi fire ni omokoba suku sem no ho de problem bia ni ho
mami problem bia no na mo no ba na otwini na yete se akwara bi ko school na o ko school no ka bia gina akinapo akwara no ama ene nsentwafo ye hu ya na eso mu ma ye blue alarm ama radio station se wo bosi na no ya kan wa semanti enumre no na ye won se sa ka kona no ekojai akora no asibabi ma akora no program no ka se de ye sa ka akora no but apozi fogusu a wo mu tresi ni pa o ye sa de no nti kokobo ene ye de ma obasifo ina so mo moni na ho yedum kane na akonfo ema mo ho so na so no yaso yemfa yenkwan hye nsem na yembo ye ho ban se na be ya atuyenchen biara entu ye nti sene mpinifo ahye ebo se efri ya wada ekọ no nkane asem no ebegina so no obia manani na ho sene be ya beboa ma ye ankase ho ba mo asem no e de ahye nsem mami
mo ni adwuma ye da ase papa ebusafo yensem twani bema bakọ akunya meche woto nkra free boase ene adanse ne mpotamo ono na me aso ate ensem a yekoso liberty down ye wo boase ye bro no a o se ho na koye sikafo amantam kakra nti woni ye wo ho no se bia se omo mbibidi nti amakromfo tu ani tadi ese won so a wo se boys yi a bakro no bo ne de pragea ena eba nsese na akoma pragea fo no so omo a na etwio se so akromfo no gi from nsem no mo de abaw apresifo ani de akire a wo mo ehwe se obeka ho asem ye besra ba tan ne so amo wo mama mu amrante no so bia ntu ne bafo na wan hwe yie na prosi for strike a wo tutuo no prosi ni nso tuo dia no ehye chen ekonya obi a de asem beba nti obi anhwe no ntu ne bafo na se ne ba no kra nka ho a enamfosem ye ma ne namfo a omofa no eno so ka ho bi moma ye ne nkọ ne nhwe bibia ma asomdwe emra me sorry na ye de aseda ebema Kojak farmer awakofa Kojak procode e de aba ye sese enso etuto ewiem aye nwunin uti ne pai wonu wanya code na flu a wadra ye Kojak procode ni bi umene ne ba ku mienu miensa ubehu sa hoto na ba no wapura to egu wapro yare no na watie se na wokọ wadwuma Kojak charcoal toothpaste nso ho a aposen de twetwe yesen a ema esen ene tekrema ene gam ni nyina ho den fluoride ne calcium ewu munti eboa ma esen no ho bambo no ejina pintin ye wo regular fluoride toothpaste nso ho a eno de ne senior sensitive onum nsu enwunu a boi onum ade ye hye a eno so boi wo de regular fluoride sensitive ni bi etwi osin a eno so boa ema esen no ne efimfim wu ni nyina no eyi efiri ho pebito ewo enkran okanhyi drug lane opedodo atu anu afre 0531 069945 and 0531 070020 virtuous men so ye kaimo se nyame yadom achirechi ya wada ifiada ene ne memenda bosome bi ampaibo no yesi bosome foforo mu enne nti mobekọ na mobeba na amabo na ya wada no ahamache no miensa ekosi no num ne fa se de moye no ne fiada ne nso saa ne mo memenda ne mu nyamba behia wa ha nti virtuous men se yemfa kwen so anto nsamfa mfre afofrofo nyina se obie wapono e de amamo mu nyina amumra me sorry na me de happy birthday nchia akonkran police headquarters akoma corporal Enoch Adai or National Patrol Department ewo police headquarters ewo nkran ene ye wawoda unua gofredanim or se ni mate no wo basic school eye tanoso APS eye Adventist Preparatory School tanoso Kumase Corporal Enoch Adai National Patrol Department Police Headquarters Accra. Happy birthday to you. Midin de Akua Asiedua abusuafo me sorry ma PSA ladi e the health and lifestyle abeto amoso. Christ asumdwe nkamu nyina.
Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The number one. Oyerepa TV. Oyerepa TV. The station that makes me feel so happy. Hey, Oyerepa TV.
ampa ade nyina mu yefa aseda e ma obrempon basapon Nyankopon twedi ampon Ghana enyame dia ona bo ni wiase e na obo ye mba mu e na ewu mu enti enne ye tosi woni ede nyame ase ababia a wopia no kai na oso de nyame ase ye de yefunu to ntu betimi a fa yefunu to na aduane kra no ye di ni bebira akofo haw ebre ye me di PSC ladi me mamu nyina ache ye the health and lifestyle ebro Kojak farmer kra mu omo de brushes abai fisen Kojak P sensitive toothpaste any mouthwash o se femfem eboa wo so se na sene a eye Kojak charcoal toothpaste enkoda de Kojak kit toothpaste eboa pa afei pro code eye kata cold flu allergy de se cold kata edi unya pa no eye Kojak pro code over the counter pharmacy shops so benya bia to 0531069945 0531069945 and 0531070020 0531070020 ahom kan hit patch na ye plaster ai tu yaw untu tu sasabra apostle arthritis wayase yaw yaw kwa fikira wote yaw ba bia yaw ye bia wai na de ata ho adwobrɛ ebebo pa se poho no na adwo e ahom kan hit patch 2025 yi it be simple cry no pain e ahom kan hit patch en crying kumase tamale baby abenya biato wose op distributors ne wa adwuma for 0599 802 297 0599 802 257 and 0248 509 003 and 0536 745 334 0536 745 334 ano pay obi ya wade a wetimi de kokete so obi atweman so be 50 years ne da so na jo hu nipa no obu na nichie meka se akra bia nipa no fom a wafom won kai ina eyo ya na ade koba udi ko school udi ko asore udi tukwan udi froka kokuma asenkran tafo pankro no ba bia e ba cho anopai ye ne counselor Collins Bonsu ebedi nkobo na counselor ade obekyerekye afa ho ene Boniface was say developing a mindset of forgiveness. Enya adwinfoforo ye a ye betimi anam so ede ache eno ho asem ye beka. We a life coach, PDA, Pepper Discovery College, Chief Executive Officer. Counselor, good morning.
Good morning, PSC.
Nyame hyraw. So na mo so kyerɛkyerɛ ye. Ye da ase pa.
Nyankopɔn sin hyraw.
Nyame hyraw nso.
Nyankopɔn hyra yahwefo nyina nso anopai.
Amen.
O hyra ye directors, ye wura mensa ne yere. Empanimfo ya na omudi dwuma. Abusuafo a Promise Broadcasting nyina. Nyankopɔn hyra.
Yes.
Anopai once my birthday stronko.
Oh, okay.
My papa elder doctor Kwesi Opon, the managing director of Kwesi Opon Group of Companies, and elder of Church of Pentecost, and then that.
Happy birthday to you, elder.
He's a great man.
Of course.
A man of influence, inspiration, and impact, of which we are beneficiaries.
Happy birthday to you.
Sansona,
lady, Akoswenchua Bosia.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Hey, I'm see your birthday, baby girl.
Yeah.
Children free. God bless you. God bless Ayana.
Congratulations. So that you can live life of impact.
Of course.
Yeah.
Happy birthday to Corporal Dinah Killinfin. Mankasim Divisional Court Unit. If requirement mensa Mankasim Divisional Court Unit. Happy birthday to Corporal Dinah Killinfin. Happy birthday to you.
Ama apiakra buachi mensa jase hene o manso ya fobre oni na champon antiebo na odofo ma amasewa Nyankopon hyiram said the okan no say Boniface so obi ayo bone na de che na na so obi ayo mfon so obi afomwo na ode che no eye abrabo papa. It's a healthy lifestyle, forgiving yourself and forgiving others. It's a healthy lifestyle. Just a subampa. Now once you can Boniface ho asema peace ya na edin. If you say ya ne bi hu ne say o kan sa na o hye ebenum kutupa say omunko so amfom nkrofo ba nyesa. If you say the essence of forgiveness is to promote and sustain every kind of relationship, including relationship with God and man, and even yourself. Ono wa ayonkufa. Na yes, cultivating and developing a mindset of forgiveness. You know, forgiveness involves the willingness to let go of resentment, anger, and hate that people cause you or you cause yourself.
Okay.
Just say, hey, or papa, udi jai or more how I journey. So they say, Obi or show bufu, Obi or yawa dear man ya. I said the American the essence of forgiveness is to promote healthy and peaceful relationship. And he said, Ayongophobia peace, Ayongophobia because just a yes, that's the reconciliation. Reconciliation. Just say if we don't reconcile, we cannot continue with the relationship. Now the entire Boniface wasem here pa yes you can wasem the first day of the month of perfection. Say okay, kind Romans 5:8. Once in Yankopon, God created man to have reunion with him, to have fellowship with him. Now, the greatest force God gives to mankind is free will. When you made the paper man, and yes, please come on.
Romans 5:8. But God demonstrates his own love for us in this. While we were still sinners, Christ
died for us. Once any paye born, any paye something na yeni Yankopon temu ye de tie. But nyame eboye se ne seso ne nisuban so na won ayonkofa. Nti once any paye born ne yene ntemu ate. Nti se yebetimi asa ne no oni yebetimi asa nya ayonkofa na. Just what the born e cheye.
Yes I ntemu ate.
Na nipa nim sa nyansa no. Ma menka ne sa. Nti ne ntimi nko ne nchen. Ene ni nkonya ayonkofa no because on say untimi nko ne nchen abra woti bone mu enti wase ye daso ye bone no na nyame kire
Kristo ewu mae so nyankopon yi ni do kire yen se empo ye daso ye bone fo
yes
Kristo ewu mae
enti nya nipa bia na at any point in time osufre urade se onfa
ne bone nchen
no on say enipa onya adwensa kira de on say ontimi nye bibi papa bia o why akopem aye the human goodness can contain the nipa super papa bitimi aye if you say abrabona no one say that is why Bible calls us children of disobedience one say ye nipa so den ahyeyema nti nyame hu says obetimi asa na nya ayonkofa na just all the bone cheye na ne kura wonam Kristo so abewu age yankwa no just say wow you oh yeah, I say you have to believe it. But you have to believe it. You have to accept Jesus as your Lord and personal Savior. You have to believe that He died for your sins and acknowledge that on the third day God rose Him from the dead. Now, what's any unyankopo abenya ayonkofa? Intina yeka the gospel of reconciliation. It is the first thing I catch any pebia. I say, once I yeni nyame entemuno ate because of bone. Inti wonam Kristo so. Abewu age yankwanti jitum na fa na se okraje nkwan no awurade na sha ase se obema onkonkron aboa no watimi abobra e fata nyamesu enti na nyame pese wasa na nya ayonkofa ntina wode yembo ne cheye so enti me papa me nua a wo hwe me anopai ayonkofa bia se woni ukunu wona woyere woni wadamfo even employer employee every aspect of relationship and association, forgiveness is critical. In the ayonkophobia, PSS opposite twice. Just say, what do one che? What them from so che? You move be Edne mo biao. Say, ya de bonne beche. Now, Yantias, yes, forgiveness is not a feeling, it's a choice. Forgiveness is a decision. It's your own decision. So, person the check.
Well, yes,
and yeah, I think I say I fail to forgive. No, you have to choose to forgive for your spiritual relationship, for your marital relationship, friendly relationship, and even for your health. So, who's the nature? ema wapom dine eyeye ema wone nkrofo ayonkofa eyeye ema wone ukunu oyere ayonkofa eyeye ema wone nyankopon ayonkofa eyeye wase ono se ode yemfunso achesa anso ne yemfa ncheche ye so na se yebetimi atiase esa na asem a yesu nyina ne neyeka pese to err
is human
and to
forgive is divine.
Indeed also the flow of forgiveness is supernatural. That is why you need Christ, because Christ is the embodiment of forgiveness. That is why you need Christ through God. Until onipa utimi what see jinasa or the bonebe channel is likely to have relationship with God, because without that you wouldn't have grace to do it. Because it's grace and forgiveness.
Na counselor, you onipa bi o no mo a when you are close. Chese ene wo ye wo dia che de bia afedi aka no ho.
Yeah.
Afedi de bia he disrespects or she disrespects you de bia e bia onfa buo ma ade a wo mpe no eno an wo ye bia wo ne ye adwuma de bia o wia wo.
Yeah.
Wo de che no wa wia wo. E bia o kaseti de bia wo de che oda so ye sa eni suban ya wo onu hu se wo so de respect ma.
Yeah.
Enti sa no be ne den.
Medase. Once Yesu suafo no kobusa sa asem se so obi ye mfonso ayemfa nche no. Say. Once no the calculation no anyagro 77 times 7 once you can say but we have by revelation yes multiplication and the other once a day bia once 3 6 5 days in the year and the day bia benya baako and every day bia you must choose to forgive but said the work no kreni so no obi ye adwuma na wo wia na ache no na ye kasa fache na ye ngase fache no na to aso ne nya adwuma no yes obetimi dia bɔ no kɔkɔ if is open say sa ayonkofa ne tena ho say ye nto aso na wasa ye bio na dia bɔ no kɔkɔ one say emremu ne adwuma nhyehyeye yes one say you give first warning it could be verbal then second one written so na you can query no so and the last one na dismissal but obi wo a emfonso na wa ye no it requires gross and I say absolute dismissal but I no pay there your person ye can na bosomia ye wura mu say nyame perfect every area of our life na ye hunu na nimonyam ye say ye nsua say ye de ye phone so obeche ya ye ho obu o ha wan say ade ane ye say wo ye pc wa anye e na edi ninya nti wontimi mfa ono akra bone ana say ne phone so nche no enti tambia ne di ninya de na say o ya wa anye amen ne e bia wo ha obi ene amane bia to no so wo hwe ye ka kire say forgive yourself you want nipa na e bone to AC man and forgive yourself na move on na uni ubiti bibiti sa aware pese uni ubiti on say aware ne kwawa on say yenware say ye jai oti ase na uni obi aware na pese mre bia ntokwa
if you had any word war
o ya ade na ade ache no ono nso a wonso ni bone fafire o ya na de ontimi mfa nchew and this ade obe ne den eno ne ba bia asem ne wo in the answer when we are talking about these attitudes and our mindset now you can say that is why PSA you must be careful in your associations, in your friendship, in engagement. Don't say obia on no person nya yonkofan eso ohunu say wono so wo suni bi wo wasa adwene ni bi say nipa de ese yesuase de bone che enti emfa ho nkobo obi a wontimi mfa bone nche because yesa obe how no ade na ye mutua
na hyenimu no odidi
oba how enti se ba bi a pese ewiase ne kɔ ne ade no enya nkrofo bebre ena waye wa adwen say they want a healthy, peaceful, fulfilling, purposeful, meaningful life. Nya obi a na pe enti ye say no yenya intentional yen shada because they say and yesua say Boniface eboaye ema ye ne nkrofo etena somdwe mu Boniface boaye ema yonkofa bi obi etimi promote sustain na boaye pomdene ena yaka ne ne ena aso person de adwuma enti wo de adwuma no se wo hwe na wo nware ya make sure so nko ware obi a opemanso ntimi mfa bone nche because wo de you are choosing to forgive but no on choose e basa e be me hwan han wo tam bia no piece de ho ko hye abrabo bi ana ayonkofa bi a wo de wosua ana se mre ma se ade a wonim se ye kire wa de be ya adwuma ana nam adom a
e wo so no
e wo so nti ana wie twi sunso enti anopa de e be se ye kan se ye srew se onu obete na wa ye obone especially aware so they say hunu say nipa na ye bone enti te nipa na se de wa hete ono na enkasa ne fa che no
na asumdwemra counselor ya da se emre na so komoro so ede se betumi anya part 2 crank ye pe counselor ya da se but wo hwe a counselor Purpose Discovery College HS aware mu abrabo mu life coach educational coach spiritual coach community coach nyina ka ho counselor for contact
yo nti let me state it again say Boniface de enye watenka ewa decision ti yenhye ne so saa it's a choice not a feeling
okay
and it's a grace from the Lord. That is why you need to reconcile with him. For Christ so crowd nkwa na abenya na domo abetim de bone ache na hwe so one nipa why na adwen say wode bone be che ne be nante nya sa obe how the number is 0272
090
434 0272 090 434 and make out our forces say man na wi BC no so said e obi o kuma se bia no said e afi bia ye man kra no ya hyase wode ne beba na AI nyina ye kire won the number ni bio 0272 090 434 when factor de ye ni ho adro ye identify ho bo urade na tim fa
no ma wadom no osimu ni nipa nyina ntema sonhwe ene ahotia obi kwati a ori hunu nyankopon me din di PSC ladi ni din ene counselor Collins Bonsu anope wo beboae ye change over me move over Kwesi Parker Wilson ebe take over no de yen across over encantadios adios ebeshia.
I'm happy to be here today to commission the renovated A.L. Edu Diplomatic Lodge, a facility that embodies the generosity, vision, and patriotism of one of Ghana's finest sons, Mr. Amishadai Larson Edu, A.L. Edu, as he was popularly known. Today, as we reflect on this exceptional project, we celebrate not only the physical edifice before us, but also the values and legacy of a man who dedicated his life to public service and diplomacy. Mr. A.L. Edu's contributions to Ghana and the international community serve as an enduring reminder of what one individual, guided by a sense of duty and love for his or her nation, can achieve. Mr. A.L. Edu was a trailblazer, a man who walked with humility and yet left indelible footprints. His service to the nation is a reflection of his belief that diplomacy is not just a profession, but also a calling to bridge divides, foster understanding, and create lasting change. His work reminds us all of the power of service, and his life is an example for this and future generations of Ghanaians to emulate. Ladies and gentlemen, this lodge is a gateway to possibilities. It has been designed to accommodate Ghanaian and foreign diplomats alike. Please excuse me. That can shape the future of Ghana and indeed of the world. With its 15 presidential suites, advanced meeting facilities, and cutting-edge translation services, it stands as a beacon of Ghana's commitment to fostering collaboration and addressing global challenges. But beyond the bricks and mortar, this lodge carries a deeper significance. It is situated in an area rich with history and meaning. Nearby is the Osu Christiansborg Castle, which served as a fulcrum of Ghana's colonial struggle, and later for a time as the seat of national administration. Adjacent are landmarks like the Nationalism Park, where the events of the 28th February Crossroads shooting of 1948 that fueled our march toward independence are captured. The proposed Heroes Park, where historic Ghanaian personalities are to be immortalized, and the final resting places of two of our late leaders, Kwame Nkrumah and John Evans Atta Mills. Standing here, I feel the presence of history all around us. It reminds me, and I hope all of us, that the sacrifices of those who came before us demand that we do our utmost to leave a brighter Ghana for the next generation. This occasion is particularly meaningful to me because it is one of the final diplomatic milestones of my tenure as president. Over the past 8 years, we have worked tirelessly to strengthen Ghana's international partnerships.
Right, it was for Yama Obibia Kwaba at the Bab or your party. So, maybe you do your OBT agenda. That's Oyerepa breakfast time agenda. Beginning at the Kwesi Parker Wilson. Now, this morning, Oko Facebook app, Oyerepa TV. But more than so like your page, you know. For will come and go ho. By kindly at the amount and then I'll pay. Sarah said, be a year phone line now. Then you join the conversation with your thoughts. I'll pay Ebusia for the suspended Chief Justice. Then come on, and that's so krum na Enra was Matters Day. And for those of you who are lawyers, and I will name be your lawyer, and our lawyer be your downfall. Because a Matters Day, It was a dastardly act. Yeah, the man, a judge from Yansabi, including a military officer, Major Sam Akua. Now, 3 justices now may come once a me. I'm not a Supreme Court judge for. May come once a me. Now, Bako Papa, a High Court judge for. Now, Bako, a cabinet Japan, or NPP, former General Secretary Papa Kahum. In general program, na say. Na a hono and the Ghana Bar Association a year every year on the 30th of June they celebrate and I said they commemorate Martyrs Day. Now the president of the Bar Association, the Ghana Bar Association, the president, a year mame efo gati or Kasano and other two me say o man pay His Excellency John Dramani Mahama. Was Reno a Chief Justice ya pamuni and I suspending or man penny considering decision now on reinstating and I say on San Fanambra. And come on, baby, and pay ye share say a year got way or man penny won't ye and I'm an tea. Becca was another pen up. I'll read to you a year if I got it. The statement, a portion of it, or say, on this day, that was yesterday, no Kawasemi, on this day that we meet to honor the memory of the martyrs of the rule of law, let us resolve as a nation to do ourselves proud and humbly walk away from settling scores endlessly. Emphasis, settling scores endlessly. As we are one nation with one destiny. Again, she goes on to say that in the spirit of fairness, rising to the defense of the judiciary, rising to the defense of the judiciary's independence is the mandate of the Ghana Bar Association, and this is not personality driven. It's your catch up mampeni, Chebeya. The decision, or we consider. And the Ghana Bar Association, as well as the other legal associations, both local and international, have made their voices heard on the ongoing process for the removal of Chief Justice, her leadership, Justice Gertrude Tokono. It's when in Sembia, a year, mame, the president of the Ghana Bar Association, a year, I forgot to kind. I don't pay. We spent some time and talk about it this morning. Now, again, yeah, offer. A year, Kofi Juma. Former boss and our managing director and our CEO of GEHOC. Let's remember, a few weeks ago, at the National Security for Konifie, and I'm called ready home. Over the weekend, and a Ghana Police Service for Akua Asiedua. Now, but if that video is there, police found a press conference and rap. And on the two just say, yeah, papa, wafa, former boss of GEHOC. We are Kasim Yansa, and we are. And until the action, and now I am on the bill of 500,000 Ghana cedis. We'll talk about it this morning, but my police from the press conference and about I'll introduce to you my guest this morning, and then we'll start a conversation.
Mr. Maxwell Kofi Juma was arrested based on a complaint that was, or a petition that was submitted to us by the GEHOC Distilleries Company Limited. We received a petition to the effect that some vehicles which were the property of that company had been stolen by the said Maxwell Kofi Juma. Warrants for arrest was properly secured, and that was the basis for which he was arrested, and he's in our custody at the CID headquarters and is assisting with investigation. I must mention that as at this afternoon, we have retrieved 3 vehicles. So the said vehicles that were stolen by him have been retrieved. So he's really assisting us with the investigation, and then we will take it up from there. Yes.
So that's the CID boss, DCOP, Lydia Donko. Or no, and the current John Mahama Baye, or no CID boss, And as you saw in the press conference, making the point that only a complaint from Georg for Mommy Georg to Ziano, say Kofi Juma Okono, or we are casting Yensa. Na some investigation. Omoko cheno, no more warrant, Omako cheno, Oman the bill 500,000. Casting Yensa, I can't want 7 no. I say I'm on sack and back. It's an pay, so we'll spend some time and talk about the matter. My guest this morning, lawyer Kobnan Ketia NG, or a member of the NPP with your communication team, or what and the Anope. Council, good morning.
Good morning, Akasi.
Na Bokodia.
Boko.
Bibia de Dean, the party no Bibia Koi. We are sure. Bibia Koi, the party no MPP.
Bibia Kama.
Sa, Osulu Kokoroko. Bibiensi. Bibia Koi.
Bonibiensi.
Yametiasi. Jerry Justice Prempe, or your NDC Regional Communication Team member, or what happened and pay. Me for say Jerry and Justice are
for justice.
Me for justice.
A very simple.
And a very simple. Okay, because you have 2 Christian names. Jerry Justice.
JJ.
I said JJ Swa. I don't even know. And I think there's another communicator NDC.
Okay.
Or the Jerry Justice something.
Or the Jackson Pratt.
No, Mikawi. This guy, Suka.
Jerry James Suka.
I only Jerry James. Okay. And I Jerry Justice. For you, yeah, Suka. Right. It is Justice Akwa no pay.
Yes, sir. But that's it. Mami Chow. Na me fa kwenya esumchia Oyerepa. We say there be me come as MC stations in the doors. Ano pa adwumade a wodi ho chia me sa na nipa bebre so di bi ho chia me. Nti se nipa dodo na age breso mu nti station bia na mum pakawo se no mu beti na na che adwumaden a wobo. Nti mame na wase na me mo Oyerepa fo so abaso. Yes sir.
And so about 8 International Thanksgiving no any prayer na ekoso. Nti wow efie anase wa be se wokọ wonye hwe no maka me sanka ne bi wo ye adwuma nkọ ye adwuma magana empai no emfa ewe ne mba adwuma sikasam ne mba to de betia bompai no was at work me wie show na ma bom empai kakra e da magana me sheda ne gidi wo msa se me ye adwuma de but me bo kakra e da magana me dia me di but I think the Bible verse is it James 6:22.
When went you?
I say that. But I think say James. They can't bow me. But I think it was James. No, so Bible verse 10.
And open your own.
So James 2:17. So I was around the corner.
Okay.
James 2:17. I say faith without works is dead.
Okay.
That's just it. You know, your bumpy would GDM say I'm a boy. But I say didn't must hear them. It's the slow be as a bumpy. Not the Jumaso. Can we some pie one and ye Juman to be a now the pedia, yes, and common lesson. Council because I know me a Matters Day. I can't see many Matters Day and Mujano in regional base and as a moon I'm quack and I'm going.
Never original base.
Original base, we do high now.
Yeah, the cathedral.
Yes. How did the program go?
It was okay. It was very much okay.
Very much okay.
We remembered the matter. Judges Mensana party. I NDC free mobile ekuomo ya nti e kai omo maame ana o ma ne ba no fo ti akwa twene ba bi chi ne kokun no ya ko ne Japan ne papa na jasesa akode am kokun omo miensa na omo yo mo so mo hye omo but nyankopon cha de nso to sadant body na anhye na omo ko ye omo ko hu body no omo ko na se body no so nim nipa ne pa ohun se aso so benten ana omko for mobile be investigation na omo ya na chicho na se aja tom do mo so ma se huriye mo jampo mo to say mahama kwa kan bi se ka se obi enlish violence nobody can do that.
You can't link this matter to them.
And this name mo na this free but say AFRC
no but you say mo na free by that
AFRC and PNDC and NDC di keke necessary say na Ghana go coast you both the sense Ghana free go coast be Ghana sense and they are still doing it.
Matter.
They are still doing it.
The council and what I'm happy say me no constitution by
I'm constitution.
Okay, good. So I'm happy say we are lawyer because Andra the concerns about the statement read by the Ghana Bar Association president say Omampeni ask one forces process no the chief justice e come no e be ya on consider the decision council mona mo vanguard about democracy me can lawyers for
okay
because with the constitution mona mo do adwuma they be am the adwuma mai e be say the appeal in itself in the first place is misplaced.
Okay.
Because in Bremuno, and if you read the preamble of the Constitution, which I have read, a rule of law, I can say Obia is under, or everybody is equal before the law, including the Chief Justice and the President of the Republic of Ghana.
That is so.
It is a Chief Justice said it, why you born here? Young fan channel. The
woman say, it's you. My American chair, a telephone, and I'm in Champion, a penny, Kwame Pure, Sciences Financial Services, will be any. And then I have forced me, and I Pognando, and I Masocopi Manopai, chair telephone. Paka, the woman say, with you, Constitution, and I did, right. Constitutional court in Pain PMI court at church, especially the Supreme Court, on our power to interpret the Constitution. And they say, Assembly, I answer, Bress, or on echo. Constitution, Emma can say, we are all equal before the law, equality before the law. To be able to be an, I say, a chinaso. Name of the Bia, Obitimikra, a Kunipa. I find some for German Sabia on what to tune and as on a by Becono, near Jano. And he said, no less a person than the Chief Justice. And a Confobia petition, I could say, Yen free, Jumadia, or the Yen free. Now, petitions, they be Babon Tim, name. Now, here, say, on any to Quine. Or dear some mamma or 10 will be a court. Say, son of my way, the Chief Justice is so there. The Chief Justice is young justice here, and then I'm no mere idea. They ask my mobile. Because when it will be a bonnet in free so. Bonnet because you are ye papa motifi, to me a bonnet, papa to me from. I dare many be. We call any. Baby was a friend of Boaba. Make I use papa face the wall. You go and stand there and you face the wall. What me Jano for mother, go answer that form. Nina a punishment, and your punishment very just say, I can't even try about. So I say, we call you a bomb, and then the name for Muna. It's just like clean an ant with a hammer. Who go home that you with your hammer, and from a bonus and you kuno. Oh, yes, I know the way and Sabi. And the ascension then until the man would have any charges. No,
but in law, no, is there any like a minor a year charge young fan chap?
No, and yet it's a minor charge. The woman say, this is not the first time a petition for president before our president in any.
Right.
Where the to say Article 146 President say Constitution established prima facie case. Say ma me answer the question by Council of State. And I'm just okay some dey abo ma me na. Which of them warrant ma me say to aso ehwe na asem. That is number 1.
You must question some na code na dey abo ma me na any gina so bia. That's whole point to know. Is that your point?
Me kasa me nwi. Ohwe Constitution ni mu a I charges na dey abo ma me na. Charges dey be ni dey judge di asem court. And mind you, Justice Pomani of that committee that knows is here. No can judges no mudi asem no home. So why Justice Pomani is even appointed to be on that committee? It's problematic because or can be 5 judges no mudi asem. He was part of them. Then the actual Mamina because apart from Mamina CJ no. Justice of the Superior Court no so omo ebone ya kwa afa so yi omo. Say Mamina ne ebone why say petition e bi anko Justice Pomani so. Ni na because before answer na eba beto abakwa yet rhetoric na ekoso. And some man for Mahama Nankasa can be some no bar. They will take it out of it. They said it.
One casa Mahama.
No can say.
Mahama can say.
Okay.
One is an okay.
Minimum okay.
Then yes, I'm okay, but I'll say the image of the judiciary is dented. I'm just paraphrasing. It's some bar they will redeem the image
of
who
best to redeem the image with than the CJ.
No, but what you are forgetting is that at the time Jomama Kasa said the woman wasn't the Chief Justice. At the time Jomama Kasa said no say me back you see time na Jomama make his statement with the NDC lawyers in water region get to talk on who was not the Chief Justice.
So who better to remove
not the Chief Justice after the comment of John Mahama.
No matter who was
it wasn't directed at the Chief Justice. That's the point I'm making.
No matter who was the CJ then who better to remove than the face of the judiciary, which is the Chief Justice. Whether Mami and I say the power for so some of these rhetorics, let's assume without admitting say the it is legal. But and some because it's a CA criteria. I said, "Because I'm not for easy channel." And it's a easy channel because because of and then the man competent. And then the man can, but a BB say in Comobia Koso a change from where that want to people argue where Pakabaman Chua you said so. I did see us here and they seem to be become as a Holocaust. I see Germany any Jews as Israel and Jews as seven. Mind you, everything that Dr. did was legal. It went through Parliament. Lawyer Biogana Bia Kain, the celebrated case of Reakoto. During Kwame Nkrumah's time, Bibia Kwame Nkrumah was through Parliament. Oche Akukosa Atum, Oyine CJ. They were all legal. So mind you, sometimes what kind Article 296 yes, your man say who should discretionary power, and no man say it shouldn't be. They are there.
And I'm a boss is really hypocrite. A Charlotte Osei went to the same 146. A former Strat boss, Loretta Lamptey, went through the same 146. Identity. And a man Kasa at the time. Because it was equally a president that we were setting.
Mami read the mechanism about the South Africa, apartheid South Africa. Everything they did there, no, I am saying, was legal. It was legal in South Africa. So, I want 3 examples. One is from Ghana. Kwame Nkrumah PDA, chairman for no papa that I know I doesn't know if is Nina is Ghana PDA Preventive Detention Act. It was legal. Apartheid South Africa, everything they did there was legal. Adolf Hitler's own with the Holocaust in Germany was also legal. And the fact that people are doing things that the Constitution allows, doesn't make it say you can defend it because we can all see it. And some of course, listen,
constitutional and the supreme no.
Listen,
looking
at the charges leveled against the CJ, a head of an arm of government, the head of an arm of government. Look at the charges. Say my back court. Judge Dimasem.
No, but that's not the only charge.
Meba. It is part of the charges.
Exactly. That's the only charge.
Papa, say mama we tu kwan kwan wanko. Mama we tu kwan on one.
Judicial service for a regulation just say. And if you read the regulation, it just say for security reasons. Or tu kwan the bodyguard, somebody to give her protection. The woman has the right to travel.
Okay.
What I say.
Okay.
But for security reasons, I will say you do become a born hobby. In the war corner, one for bodyguard that will do coin. As some kotoa, who could be a born hobby?
I paka. T.
Mebahu. As some for security reasons, who could know security personnel?
You can so to come on the person and on the security.
That's all. Exactly. At every point in time, exactly. At every point.
So the woman can't, as it were, go with the husband.
No,
go with the husband.
You see, a discretion matter.
So what is the problem now?
No, but the problem is that the problem is
you are saying said oh yeah, no betting yeah. No, why? So what's the problem?
No, the problem is for security reasons.
In any event, we are still debating as to whether she can go with the husband or meaning saying young ma finality on that. So if the woman traveled with the husband. Based on something that we haven't even come to a conclusion on that, can the woman be removed from office based on that?
My point. Over trust. See, judicial council for more because I say born home by Otukwaya. We have made provisions for Obi and the Kwame which are paid man. In the wisdom of Omom here, I didn't know. It's walk do more like on a holiday, but Okwa. It was a security person. What back? We pay per diem to you. My man for the security person uncle. I don't know who call. I don't know per diem no man you couldn't back. On one occasion, on the couldn't call. On another occasion, on the bad call. And I go so the right person and the legal person also don't call. Hey, security bodyguard because one not pay diem no. Yeah, say the man. And you couldn't and you back. Or yes, Anna hasn't she violated the regulations?
Remember. Paka, let's look at the
you see nothing wrong with that.
No, let's see the officer. I can't want them. Say if anything, can say per dem they can't see here. The other general can search charge. Yes, search charge in the public organ. Without necessarily moving, we can search charge. Mami, secure to your mouth, now to your mouth, but per diem Fabra. We've done that in this country before. Yeah, you do organ harder. Yeah, search charge man for. Other general man saying, I don't know Juma, but search charge man no this canaba. You understand? So you're removing an arm the head of an arm of government. You can arm of government too from office based on some of these frivolities. And you think say Ghanaians should clap? You think Ghanaians should clap? Before that, say you be cleaning the face of the judiciary. Akua na appointing way, be cleaning way. People should watch out for something. When I appointed Charlotte, Mahama appointed Charlotte, say, or organizing elections, Mahama lost heavily. Akua na appointed Jemensa. Organizing elections, Mahama lost NPP nya unprecedented in Ghana's history. And the appointing way, what did they do? What does it do? It doesn't do anything to help. Say, all of you, I buy 2 NPP, Lucy. The NPP bet my half, and Jemensa bet my half from NPP away. Now, beside me say, Charlotte say, Ghana by a how much Charlotte say, you know. Maybe. It's just like comparing apples and oranges. Charlotte say, "My mom share quite fast with Charlotte say." Yeah, Charlotte say was even a lawyer. Charlotte is also a lawyer. A member of your fraternity. And then Charlotte say, "You know, procurement breaches." No, the heaviest of the charges is not Mr. Mankwane. Everybody knows this. This is a public. We can't wait. No, listen. No, when people have disagreement at the office, I have disagreement with people at the office. What does that got to do with my work? Does it come to the public domain? What does that got to do with my work? We are talking about a sensitive institution like EC. Now, Nipa, you know more. The leading 2 persons there, no, or more, and they will be abonte. No, I can't say. I let you know about abonte. No, I can't say. And you expected, say, the president should sit aloof and watch them while they denigrate the office of the EC to that extent. No more Mekwana. No, they make another. I think it sounds a bit. No, disagreement exaggerated. But baby, you don't come. Say disagreement be a board meeting, be a court. We can say it's either be a where can A, where can B. Then we find a lasting solution to A and B. Either we join them or we take one over the other. That is what is done. But don't come out on air and say some of the things they were saying. And EC a very can't be brilliant to Kwesi so about 20. The president is not because the rumor was even that I'm going to go to NCC and about EC because I'm NCC, you know. Now Mr. Mankwane Penini and I shall not the deputy and I shall not know Mr. Mankwane free her EC and I President Mahama about appointed Charlotte no as EC boss and the tables turned and there was now payback time or whatever. Until someone they were not saying that the president could have sat aloof for it to go on. The president, yes, people forget. Say, read the Mama media judge. Pomade to and Pomade Omajano, so Pomade uncle. It's JJ, my question. I didn't know justice. I didn't know justice Pomade. Omajan because you're ignorant, for 5 minutes, something near the diasem. Did the woman commit any offense or any wrong based on law? No. And that is the idea and nobody could. So now I say judges are more Ghana than Kabako because that is you are sometimes transfer bra. You all know this. Because not necessarily insult, but maybe you can say something so ordinarily you not do. Where you are just an arm of government. Chief Justice a free office. I mean seriously. So the appeal from Ghana Bar Association, you don't think it's misplaced? Not at all. Why is it misplaced? I am misplaced. Why? Why is it misplaced? It's not. It's assuming person on your show. Don't go through the process. No, someone she'll be reinstated. It's what's wrong with that? She's still going through, and I put also. Is that also John Mahama on lifting a suspension? Because we all know how this is going to end because of their rhetorics. And so you are predicting the end of the. Oh, come on, now you can say suspension and this is public anyone any secret too. And because of social media and everything is everywhere and some of my she will not come back. We all know this. That's why the bar association is saying say the president should because the fact say a petition about doesn't mean say so act upon because the president shall. Okay, Article 49 na shall mandatory. And on a shall mandatory. Paka. Okay, Article 49. Election 2012 petition. I mean check Article 49. Election 2012 election petition. The catch say to abana say president of they shall sign. Article 49. But the two about no man sign. According to Supreme Court, say shall can sometimes be interpreted to be may because of the public good and everything. Because the two about national elections. The car minor more be a public policy. Some of the rulings of the courts are based on public policy, and it's not every time that shall it because the law is made for man, not man for the law. You understand? The idea about what any partner, then we follow. But look at the president. In the history of Ghana, Kwame Nkrumah and the first president was Chief Justice. Yeah, we was actually need to. And a champion times as you crab. They also did about a champion advance and military regime. Kwame Nkrumah the democracy. Champion was military. And this is democracy. And look at what we are doing. Look at what we are doing. And they say each just knows why Bonia. I mean, she's not above the law. But look at the charges. Charges such as say the best conclusion is that Obeka say before.
So you see, there's an argument that the Ghana Bar Association constitution a press conference which is against Article 146. If forget your president, one can't say. But rather talking about reinstatement of the Chief Justice.
No,
isn't that a violation? No, I hypocrisy on your part.
Mamma so right of the candidate Kosohana. Yes, now
the secrecy of the 146.
No, the secrecy of the Article 146. No, they say the proceeding must be held in camera.
In camera. It must be in camera.
To protect who? Men are my bonnet. Men are my bonnet. What's the measure? My bonnet. And I'm bonnet my and say, ye can't now, yen come will be anti, and in was some income will be anti. So all the measure. But me who say, baby, I didn't call in my idea fast with Mikro, Nimachi, ye buy a Jimmy for a Jim laptop, or Mama can mom don't be biaba. Then the woman has no right to speak about some of these things. I'm not also in the name of Guas across I'm an name of Guas because she believes. And she knows say on your money bia based on charges that but
council lawyer
see
abra constitution is clear say you do hun komo and last case versus a year per day this matter came up
see
the Supreme Court now rule here say income is income matter
na mama nko na beka
nobody should talk about the matter e wa bontin
mama nko na beka once man mama nko na beka once
what's the committee members on once.
That's it. Everything is. I mean, the person my man.
What is a committee member?
Whatever happens there is everywhere. All over the media.
Committee members.
No, listen.
What is up?
But whatever is happening over there, and it's all over the place. Everybody knows them. Everybody knows them. He knows them. You know it. Obi organ ABN Obi on follow politics. Everybody knows them. So if the woman comes out to tell us what we know her, offense now and then we knew them already.
It's Mama 9 one tumbra by addressing the public on your course.
That's how I told you earlier that the law was made for man, not man for the law.
That's it. That's counsel there for you. So just we take counsel. But of course, I mean, he has a point. But I mean, it's an appeal. On my opinion, this is a bad precedent. If we got a kind, say, I said, 1% more settles course. NBC 1% more settles. And I read for you. It's, you know, I say, Obiayo, to be you, baby. Or see the first sound woman. I didn't know my opinion, one train sign. No, my money in the
Paka. The mission being for the opportunity. Yanfa kunya wesu nencha president. Yanka nche ni se bo akwa pano kwa for dika kremu nukwe. Paka busumi nisi yankoni nsusu. Agana for wana atu abama NDC the president. Ebi ame kama asemsementi na bebi akasi bibi aye from. Nemsu minu nyina bidi adansi ese no kreni nyamie ni enyama yede esisa. Enanu bi atwemu. Ghana minister to Kwanyano akofa first class flight. Iwi mushemu Uber no nko agigi adem. And the president mama say we me appointee na pursue to Kwanya. Fa wi mushen trot. We ye near president mama ya or de boy man hu.
Mema yenko. Me yanko assembly so.
Me ba nko na o bisa council assembly. Council intime nyano na me expect say council kasa yi nyina free meeting out the money na ko be mention one article and emra ba ko pe a process here cause you president mama ne
o say frivolous charges
me say na me pese
jina so bi eni so
assemba ko pe and emra ba ko pa jina so ntia o say
but council point mo dem ba na e di bonin.
The money and
he cited to me while was citing Ghana, was citing was citing South Africa, making the point that people can still use the law to perpetrate illegality. It's not that way. What the man,
the process is ongoing. The process by NIA breach on Canada, but the point is, for some make emphasis. President Mahama even a coca say a Supreme Court judge unanimous the patron is stating categorically clear over video so say enye President Mahama and a car say Supreme Court ni unanimous FC a Ghana for intimate story viewer or see unanimous FC trends
after 5 Supreme Court justices ruled in favor of Afenyo Markins, he will come and ADM ran it clearly. I say, seat will be big in so their parliament. No, say seat is nipa ne sorry so ko different party. Say seat they declare vacant. And a mammy we ye the assembly back court and a job bread and a mammy net na assembly bua and buatia a speaker of parliament. And ye ma ura Afenyo Markins kuni. It is a ruling now. Mammy the buyer no. And a man Ghana fu na de. E can say mammy unanimous service. It is stating categorically clear. Say President Mahama nyina baby and Canada. Say Supreme Court no. Unanimous.
So the point is,
I believe you get me. Now, Mamma say in camera hearing no M1. Oh, Mamma 3 instances.
With you.
Supreme Court now interpreting it clearly. Actually say okay Justice Derry versus Tiger IPI.
Mechanical Justice Derry. I cited it.
Clearly in 2015, the case between AJ2 versus the Attorney General. Yeah, Church Article 146 nimu clearly. Enti ensemble ni emi anu MPP for ken. Two person mo che say maami tokunu nkuanti yensesa mrana na. Maami tokunu nkuanti yensesa mrana say dey be besi utu na. Another instance can be about precedent. Or say yanhwe ya di we be yensan na ho.
Say you do me I do you.
Maami na ni di mo ya yinyatwom. Owe wa bra na civil society organization CSOs. Extra letter the command president Akufo say a kwan a offer so oyi auditor general Yeradom Levoid no onamra kwan so e ma say Supreme Court no na sa ma me tokunu head no e the letter
I don't think she was the justice of the Supreme Court at the time. Like she was the chief justice at the time.
No, that is not the point.
They see you see also mamu we are all head of Supreme Court no. That is inaccurate.
Okay, so what are you?
At the time na ye eni ye boa and the chief justice. I just say na mama no not on yet chief justice. It's what castle na can he? She was a judge of the court, but she wasn't the chief justice.
That is the point I am making.
But what's all heady? What was all heady? I just want chief justice. In the one that sign like us meet you.
See, be our own head, our own chief justice, our shemras. In the court now, no count and a court, and the bar say 23 years who's nobody December President Akufo-Addo. I say. Court na nkasa na maame ne won e de anu yi ba say CSUs ne sem no mo ka no e no kre President Akufo-Addo amfamra kwan so 81 twen sign.
That's true.
So President Akufo-Addo antwen sign sabre no na maame we na Ghana Bar Association we e wo kuma na Mrs. Charlotte say hebeka say omo mabo ne kwadu ne kwampo ni mo petition ne kwampo ohun bi da maame we si ohun petition no na petition be na President Mahama de man no ka say or per 7 days I press the mama cast or man 10 days no. So there are so many inaccuracies.
So I don't know. The argument is that say petitioner responding to no. Young fan say a year 20. The committee na yate no. Emu dia hin no mu gina so. E dia ye investigation no. Is it all the 20? Mr. Young fan say 20. Is it all the 20 or they are using 5? I don't know what I say. Who the specific cases are yeah investigation into the analysis of bar as at when now we'll answer question but I don't think that's fair to the woman.
The point is yabonu kwedu ana yabonu kwedu ne
but committee or so committee ni timi kire say yeah number 2 number 5 number 7 number 14 and the investigation
investigations is ongoing. The point is maame no o aseme wusu yi anu anase oni aseme wusu yi anu enye maame no na ekwa akwache judge na obisa no ye bisa no question is me mumisa me some about we and mumisa me some about we. That is the discretion of the commission. Omo ne di petition na mo petition na mo e na wo ye do petition na mo
but council you know that there's an ad hoc committee. They determine their own procedure. It is almost so. Only imagine so. Among fan numbers in the mama. I and I say the specific issues are against the woman. I don't think they are out of the jurisdiction.
Because among for specific issues, man, I don't get it.
No, but at least to be fair to the woman, I mean, this is a chief justice. I mean, come on.
The chief justice
or the Republic of Ghana.
Human than you.
No, but these are the Republic.
Everybody is equal before the law. Why not?
You fight a needy
Kamama. Yeah, any day. Inti boni President Mama ne throw petition nana abra wo tu kwan no no ankasa as chief justice onim say any security kwan na wo so ode ne ko a fa ni kunu ne ba no otua per dem over $10,000 at the moment no na fa ye ho be asem no wa ye no na ye fro se bra ne be ya no.
But even in Mamadi here try now justice, this is a minor case. It doesn't affect the competence as a chief justice of the Republic of Ghana.
Determine that. Are you a court of competent jurisdiction? Are you a committee? Who now Tiana would decide the second near the Aboma and in so?
Because in Indian so.
So what is your point?
How
do you justify that? A point
and council makes the point. We go back to my search charge. Okay, what trace can the amount back? What trace can the amount would they refund the money? But take her out of the office there. I say too much.
Yemphobia or mine penny, and I say, Ubia on the officer. Was so I have money. Yachina was metua mobile near Jan Noko. Ubia di boni was metua near Jan near Manaco. Sanya passage chairman. It's young kind of quench. And some mamma can in so. Parker, let's state it categorically clear. Baby, I'm Rawono, Yanchra Yadu. Paka ye kase mrani enye wo na wo kochire wa name dey be free se paka upmi ya watu musisi obi nya ko beba bewrem but the rule is se paka tenase na so sha se so odi ni dwuma obi any authority so obebie puno people might have different opinions about that but the fact that wo adwen kire wo say emra na ya hye no enko favor and it doesn't mean that the law shouldn't work.
It's together about I agree with you on that.
Mama say ya mane papa ni kunu ene ne ma wei eto asum paka da ben na papa na wo wi abode wo dwoso na ya chi ni ko gina court no oba court ya ma ne yire ne ne kunu be gina adaka bi. What has this got to do with the issues on the table?
Okay.
Eti baby amra wo no paka.
Mami say we finally on penny meaning council meaning so bit about the article about them say escaping kaka or who can say obit left suspension.
Yes.
Na mama be in the juma while the investigation is even ongoing. No. I didn't tell my penny on your side.
Wo na ya bo kwadu no. Wo na ya bo kwadu. Ni amount na ona wankasa san ya won se mo hwehwe.
The onye ni se mo hwehwe.
She can influence the process when she becomes the chief justice. She can influence the process because Oma panel here for me say chief justice for whom? Who say justice is whom? When you say we chief justice na so bi nya asem ha wona we judges obekwa ko. It is so one pass obi a omo toto na no. Na so no no otumi so no na be appoint omo kwa akudi asem a. Sankofo no ko be appoint omo akudi asem. So the point is yabo kwadu yenkase yi wadi tena nchen for one kasa kra we yo because you see you need time to think and answer the questions. It is here we Supreme Court judge. Now no pay also court na court to dibuma. Now so committee ni hawa. Tambe na abeko committee no. And as tambe na.
But he's not the only judge of the
so
Supreme Court.
So the point is
any case be no the panel of the head of the panel.
And also
I back up. 2012 election petition na George Nawood na CJ that time.
Of course.
No count.
I mean so the fact that she's the chief doesn't mean say a panel be also not the head of the panel.
I never said that panel be also them. But the point I'm trying to make is who is chief justice, who duties.
It's together by association some of can
being hypocrite with all due respect because I cited the issue of Dom Levo, I cited the issue of the Electoral Commission. Satan no me say Dom Levo put civil society organizations a court ruling.
Yeah, was unlawful.
I didn't think that Ghana Bar Association so me am for President Mama court. As a President Mama dia wo ye wo bumra ABCD so. Naka President Mama be yina no. Na wo for obi a untimi fa President Mama court. Na wo say the two me abind dia man no emu. Lawyer say ensem na o kan no emunye du. Enye lawyer na betena ha ba chi case.
No so wa chair na. What chair na. Council just 2 minutes on this one.
Sometimes one wonder what is it with NDC and judges. Sometimes you wonder. I'm not to come free 70s. 43 years ago, exactly yesterday, 43 years ago.
Me no also 43 years ago, Jomama was in
a party now, a party now. I mean, a party
has evolved.
So no, but
gone were the days when NDC for no many lawyers come on party. And then look at the number of lawyers in the NDC. So let us not do some of these things, Mr.
No, my point is
make your point, but let not do
what is it with NDC and lawyers? What is it? What is it with NDC and lawyers? What exactly is it with NDC and lawyers? There's unbalanced lawyers or patches, judges and lawyers. I mean, some of these things. Even in Konakra, everybody know my understanding of the whole thing is that omo can somebody and omo yeah. So that is it. That is it.
Ebushafo, I pay. You see, I'm paying fanche. Not on fanche like on season again. Now, I'm a man inside mbra. Whilst the process is ongoing, when the Ghana Bar Association for, we know again, and I'm not again. I pay me be phone lines and now what friend now feels what chair again now pay now. They call Maxoko Fujima so quickly because Ghana Police Service and RA almost a press conference. My bama a while ago. Almost try we are cast back me and sa. And into no more channel. One man the bill and RA 500,000 Ghana city bill. I will meet bill condition. Now the question you're asking is say. Why would the chief executive and I say CEO and I say managing director of GIHOC now obey wage when I will cook another cast means I become. Why is it so? Just as I'm starting also. So this matter baby. What makes you think say Kofi Juma will be a cast means?
I like the question you have asked me. Maybe I other question if you have an what's it DNA mama me say obetimi aya na so asesa ko benefo si asem ni dance you twa asem ni bi e dey dance so kai a Ghana card do the my dear friend say Ghana card here Ghana card say Ghana card as of a free 2022 2023 also so ma book over 100 billion cedis what a Ghana card for so what ECG ECG all state owned enterprises enye GIHOC nko all state owned enterprises a cap from Bank of Ghana over 60 billion as of 2023.
Right.
Now so we must work with you, man. Me sami offer. So first, our guy pa. Nidin so me de must work with you, man. A very nice name. The one who there is Papa na. Yesu Okufia na otwibia me in the dura as chief executive officer, board chairman. No aka chom so 400 million. It is 40,000 cedis. Mo fa mu ni car to no fa Kofi. Yes, so our Majuma crowd catch on some of us sending mobile money by force 40,000 Ghana cedis. It is
40,000, who 23,000 Ghana cedis. No, I have a document.
Documents.
Oh, document way. That will document when you document way because maybe what document just said 23,000 Ghana cedis. Over 40,000. Me no nyadi. What? Me fact 7 years Juma. There be a higher fact 7 years Juma. Can what you know?
Wow.
If you want to talk about facts that what you know, men fact is because I am showing you a document that shows that 23,000. That's what about Kumasi weekend. The Simon and I have the document here. Where the
Ghana web story.
Ghana web story. So the Ghana web story says that Kofi Juma took 40,000 weekly allowance. It's and no, the story is here. I'll say meba. Speaking in an interview with XYZ in Damley,
one deputy
claimed that the company had collapsed because both staff and management were looting its resources indiscriminately. She alleged that the former CEO Georg Limited Kofi allocated to himself a weekly allowance of 40,000 Ghana cedis. You couldn't challenge him on financial matters. We have called him about the official car, and he says he wants to return it because GIHOC owes him. Okay, are you sure we're not running deputy? Because it doesn't sound. The deputy chief of GIHOC Distillery Limited. So, the story was published on. Where your NDC for deputy CEO and your MPP deputy CEO. So let's put the matter in context.
Oh. The argument you were making was that we are 23,000. And I'm say we give 40,000 every week.
40,000 so every week weekly allowance. Me yagen on waka wo hom. Me no yagen wo.
Yeti o memu. Na ye di adwumaku o ma adwumaku ashonsa. Now ye penny our down. Na what you be a kufia offer 400 million. Now the coffee. And when I watch you packer, it's in our you be an offer 800 million. It's ya multiply for 400 million by 4. Nessa Busumi Biao, Naketia Mario, Papa Nekwafa over 1.6 billion. And this is 160,000 cities. Busumi Bia free of charge, no the code fee. And Nitina Paka Naminu, we are breno. And Nitina Paka ne brene and won't chile. Not the Bia, more for Muko free senior high school, no Musuno. Because the corruption was too much. Left, right, center.
In fact, let me just add to what you are saying. The document and maybe I think maybe now. So, on go for coupons on the top fuel keke.
Okay.
40,000.
Good.
Fuel. 40,000.
And we are Bosumi
and
chim net here for so otofu and 400 million. Now then patcho was Sagana food. One blaster.
Na Obakuma Swa. And also so obey inspection at the idea. Your 57,900 Ghana cedis. And so Ewaha.
It is so and Francis the
document in morning now.
So said Nassau signed the president Kufa.
I know that.
Into almost shed your margin say Omubi D or my Isika. Now when you say position near the man on the crown in the bush of force and yes our position and no more paid. Now see a man can see a chain you what maybe your Maisika ye. Tisuan pa say nipa bakufu gioku. Inti o man ye you mind young fast order. Nasi unim heba freak. Unim madingu.
Of course.
And Rabra producer the topics the Sunday me and me see a disukrum. And I'm a kofa kiss anymore. Nan person the atmosphere. Me do boys here. Heba dingu almost omoji heba freak too. No imagine madingu too. No dia fra e boom ompem e ye den na wo to sansa wi na oboka e kuma yete ye nigia ye twabi ye kwa yi a ye twabi yete ho ni eni bibia ya paka ye twabi paka da ben na wo ti se heba freak ne madingo fo akoyi nse gu ba bi se omonsan ya nto into omaboka a boy si gu street o mu gu nse so omoto apeso aboka paka enti ade papa ye pa susu ampa ya de papa
but she says that's when we are cast
yes tie o de me ba
when we are cast
paka me ba o
me hwe no time
we are cast ama nya police for the time na am kan police cast am ya ko chine say egu ni fie mi ensa nya sesa ni nyina de ko then say car ye turn 1 billion yes papa ne ton man who less than 4,000 40 million car tie for munti o car bro 1 billion papa ne ton man who 40 million.
But you see, but no, you can't blame him that much.
Who will you blame?
No, because you have to blame the system. I can't handle it.
System
a condition of service like that. I can't that was a walk and no cook walk.
Okay.
Let's say car turn 1 billion.
Okay.
The system 5%, let's say 4,000. That will be cheap. It's a new profit you must sell. A system that was be benefited from the system.
You are 5% nafa.
Of course, the condition of service no.
So not the conditions of service.
Exactly.
It is our papa we.
The condition of service no. So one thing can say. What we are can say why we.
Nya adwen boni ni wuti mo. Oti he pa unim sebosume so adwuma ya we o say ma 10,000. No be say oba be ma 200 times 2 billion. Who say ni pan boni wo di ma no do be o be agenda. Tisusu am pass ya ma proposal na unim say ade de mami mensem fata o si chinchin ameje
wabesum Ghana
na
Ghana for system no yen na tro yo no mpeni for the abase oh pe wosum na wasum no condition of service no wo kwa ka ya tama no share the 5% benefit ko no we share the 5%. How do you blame Kofi Jima on this matter? You can't blame the man on this matter.
Penny bia wo kruma e decide say we CEO no so ya trust 5% or kwa on talk and 5%. 90 cars Henry ne go no betima to be 5%. On Tony
let's say a system now. So fix the system. Fix the system. Fix the system. Mo fix it and I get your kwa. Cocoa board there ho. STC wo ni na omo condition of service. Almost the same thing.
Cocoa board crowd. Syndicated loan omo kwaji ye na mo de beto cocoa. Cocoa now will be a grand cocoa no more magic cotton and so Makoto.
I know about that. But I'm saying that the fundamental problem is the condition of service. And this woman the condition of service and what me move forward and why then I'm my family.
You are office or no? Covid demand your first person I'll cut now. Or no first person I'll call.
Of course, not the first.
It's cool to be a children say or more cotton I only out to talk a Japan 5%. Quote me wrong, say.
Someone I don't just say that. Someone I don't have the fact there for now. I don't have the fact for now. But Ebia so I don't just say
conditions of service now. I can admit to I don't have the facts. I will also verify it because the amount conditions of service say over the sumo my Japan no we wait to have 5% of the thing. Me, I don't understand, and I will not dispute your fact because me, I don't know it. But say, Sadia, a more brem.
Okay, but it's my counsel.
You best share Ghana for. Ketas, Shene Proyana, Papa, na bo, mine, ya de Kessie. Yin and Kaya be mummy and taba in the cheek. When you witch hunting, ABS you cuckoo board, ABS you Bank of Ghana, ABS you SML, ABS, okay, go for a deal me PDS, connection man for we. A bank guarantee.
That is medicine. Council.
And on the ball my way.
Council, you see, just as a point, and Utia, and I said this morning, say, well, as to whether sort talk kind of 4,000, about kind of $100,000. I don't see that to be a car. I'm what the fact is. Maybe I'll turn the cheaper level, but say we are there. I respectfully disagree. But however, looking at the stature of Kofi Juma, he thinks that it's a nefata. So there's a way.
Paka.
It's you.
Give up, no. I will get 100 times a comment come time. I will have that. And on Babe board chairman. To Babe board chairman, no. Board no. I present my time. And I'm outlining the condition of service for Babe chairperson bia of that Giokuno. And see, Covid board or several for 8 years under President Akufo Addo. And see, how much I say, who you 10 bia cars now? We said the companies baby, what's our policy, no? They will value the car. Then after the valuation of the car, no. Then you pay a percentage of the Sikana or Mabalu. And to Mabalu car no be BIA, nice or top car. Because on our first option, first refusal.
Yeah.
Until when the car open and not talk car. And you know, it's very interesting. Say Mohana as a car na mopa. And as we the first thing you do is you invite the person. In my estimation, the panel or will be our when our umbre. Covid will be a to see Kruma. Which any per 1,000 will be any.
But council, me say you are doing now. No, yes. I
didn't say pata. No, I didn't say. I didn't hear ton. I didn't hear ton. I didn't know. Yet
100,000 value vehicle. No, what on 4,000? You see, kind of
the board, no. I
say I agree. My catcher just say yes, down. But the doubts are not say. Oh yeah. Oh, poor man.
And you didn't share so why mistake? And she say now yeah. Ono ko to you. Na me kese say share no. Omo de ba under President Mahama. President Mahama time na board yes and share to say obi ba be di ayi bia chair bia o ayi no okwa condition of service ni. Car na o use no. And the companies be break anti Kofi apaka yamfa bibi anto nche. And the fititi Kofi Juma di organa no. Ontimi to car na.
Exactly the point.
And the car na ba say on to car we using for 4 years, 8 years. Car no for car no for no so car no. And mother was saying to car no. Mko evaluation am family because na first visa. O mko evaluation. I don't know evaluation no. O man no mo dey aba. Then the man purchases the car. Nti bone pa man ye any dey. I dey better we wia car. We wia. I was at the police station the other time on Sunday. I was there with him.
Oh, you were there with him?
Yes.
Okay.
I was there with him throughout. I was there with him throughout. Omo che na me nyanti am free. Omo frame me am free fia me could do. I was there with him throughout. My men can no car no. Omo san the car na cars no me. Omo san the men say na man. Because the man showed me the documents. I just say when I sign we he's not a signatory to any of the things. And man
I won't dispute this of fact because I know. It's in a main dispute, you know. But the point I am making is that Jacob, not Omo Boka. So one talk cars na den beba.
I pack.
Kofi dwuma ba wo bo we ase nyina yi. So one talk sa cars na nka ne ho a den na besi.
I pack what here oye morning show host. Oyerepa. Memfa say as part of a condition of service.
Right.
It's a car, official car now use no. So serve 4 years or more car no. You be value car. Na mo a fraction of the amount. I Oyerepa for company no my is policy in there at all. Then you came, you served for more than 4 years, because the law says if you serve less than 4 years, you are not eligible to buy or purchase that car.
Exactly.
He served more than 4 years, and the more than 4 years, man, about the number what this one. So I'm finding it difficult to understand whether Odim Rasono is a problem. I just don't get it. No, you're back to we are saying, you know, I say he has stolen.
You see that
he has stolen
Odim Raso.
No, you. Me, yeah, and I may add the best thing I would have done is that cars in a one bath, coffee, or your board chair, no cars be baby.
Do you remember something?
Yeah, per se, yeah, investigation and the cars, no, for document, bra. Say, man, uncle, pretty. Then whatever you want to do to make him or to force him to do the right thing, then you do it. But here's the case: the man is cooperating, and I didn't even tell him anything at all. Or why then you take national security people to his house, then almost card they call national security or Kumasia, and if you don't be Johnny C, how do you call it? Central has it. Central has it. From where 4 no, or how many about 4 a.m. in Nisha, somebody in the Kwakra, and Adjuna, on the never flight, and Nakwakra. You say, the man, or no quantum because the man needs people around him. After almost say flight, and after the flight, no, or buki. They will have information about 10 minutes time, 20 minutes time, 1 hour time. I feel say about 10 p.m. I almost said, I'm going to continue. I'm Central. We have been pleading with them. Say, man, he's not physically well now. The man is someone everybody. You know, the man who can say, Debbie, now. So, is it a prosecution or persecution? What are we doing now?
So, you seem to have very privileged information. So, Boami, cast 3, no. Nina. Were they gone beyond 3 years? And I say, maybe within 2 years or 1 year.
Say,
cast 3 and make the usage, Has it gone beyond 3 years? And I say, maybe 1 year or 2 years. Are you able to tell me that?
No, that one I can't tell. But what I know is that after you served in the company for more than 4 years, cars now you
should cast more than 4 years.
Yes, the company will value the car. And the valuation, you are not going to pay the full valuation. You pay 5% of that.
In fact, and yes. I'm my pick course now. Because I have the policy here.
Yes.
Now, say car, so that's it. So yes. It is a car, so you sue for 2 years and up to 3 years, we will charge 10% of the purchase price. And now, so you sue 3 years and up to 4 years, we will charge 5% of the purchase price. It's that one. As I said, that is the system. It's that one. But again, it's a near factor. But fundamentally, it's a problem with this whole document. It's how do we fix this problem? Because we a Ghana for Saturday we are paying for you a Ghana. You disagree with me on that, council?
Well, it's problematic.
It's problematic. It's problematic
because you are not going to pay the purchase price of the car,
yes.
But just 5%.
5%.
And the man paid that amount. So can we are not in?
I mean 40 on that. I don't 40 on. But my car handle pays the document a man who coin. So yes,
I laws no. Omoji tuma da president Mahama.
I am not too sure omoji tuma da president. I'm not too sure. But I've been trying to check. Me yes say Mahama yes I law. I am not sure. I am not sure. Anybody who has the information, but but I'm not sure Mahama did this for me. I deal with me.
Mahama say it was done during his term. Mahama doesn't work at deal. What I'm saying is that it was done during his term. Yes. Mahama I'm saying it was done during his term.
He's a lawyer. You shouldn't make insinuations.
No, that
is why I'm saying he's a lawyer. He shouldn't make insinuations. He should speak with facts. Where is the fact to it? Where is the fact to what he's saying that?
What is your counterfact to what he's saying?
The one who alleges must prove I allege something.
Okay, well, sure.
Alleges President Mahama na ya dewe.
And
I'm challenging
and
you.
the one that says I'm alleged. I'm saying something. Am I alleged not saying something? Am I saying something alleged? I'm not alleged.
Just as a point.
Unia dance here. President
How you say Muhammad? I mean, yes,
and so you must prove. I'm not
saying Muhammad.
No, like
what I'm saying. It was done during Muhammad's tenure.
Why is your argument? I've not even said this.
What makes you think say Mama Aaron as buy?
No, Mama buy because Kofi Juma call. It was done. It was there already. It was done already.
Kofi Juma the casa say with you know. Meba Kofi the casa say with you.
You are a lawyer.
Don't keep saying that. Don't keep saying that. My point is that my point is yes. Yes. The thing was there.
The thing was there.
Yes.
Okay.
It was there already. It was there. And that's why he followed it. He followed it, said, the car will be valued. I have the first refusal. Say, yes, 5% into a value car. I'm going to 5% in what you are not car.
But even the 5%, we check here, even the 5%, we see Ghana for. Because you know why? Kaba, come check here, not the value near 100,000, but what I have here, they're going to have you. $100,000. 5% of $100,000 should give you $5,000. $5,000, when the back Ghana is came it should be let's pay the exchange rate at 10 Ghana cedis here, 10 Ghana cedis here. That should give you about 50,000 Ghana cedis. But what 24,000? What is your mind? So 5% but no again. But when even the 5% when share 1% that's 0.01%. That's what he did. Because 4,000 out of 50,000. How can you say 5%? Mr. Kabako, it was valued at $100,000.
The thing is, you're supposed to pay 5% of the purchase amount before the car is released to you. So if you want to, I don't release the car, man.
Okay.
Why was the car released to him? I don't release the car, man.
You see, you see, but
are you blaming the man for following the law?
How can Ghana move on with the power you come? No, it was a very custom you. The Koto car. Now all continue 5%. I mean, how? 0594 192409 0322 497264. Ebushafo the 17 I'm back down to pay. Yeah, be phone lines number. Let me hear what your thoughts are this morning. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, sir, but your first and everything.
I'm a 50 also.
It's your pay.
I'm pay Boko. Kano, Yak, Macano. The woman said, I'm paying for Omoyano, and Omoyano, and yet it just say, Omujado, me, and Sabaya, in your Betoy. Now, Yawaha. And now, your present mamma will free a bemu, if you are what Timu. If you are what Timu, a young vice president in the Timono. The Kaka, one family. In the end, after what you want, what can I say, the abuse you know. When Yaka, a yet. So I have your Munina, Munina, and I took it about my, no said, I said, yeah, a DC that. I said, I'm going to man will be better at him, said, what you are man.
But that's almost. We settings and Hello, good morning.
Hello, morning, Pata.
Yes, sir.
Medina and I to bury if you just one.
Nana, it's you.
You pack up my money at your power, your boss and the man. I mean, start on man for so much. Paka, CJ, the other American.
It's you.
Mestre. Ghana and Rawaha. Your man running in the Juma. Said the Amrani a date. Tia judges for some more can a lawyer for some more castle of Sraman Penny, any idea. There was some Penny so Ghana Branaswa. Mimi to me MPP. Ain't no crano Ghana Brati said, I also bless you one way Jato. Name will say, Cassie and Mammy, baby, name me Kuno, baby, baby, Massam and Pesa, Papa, the cat, which the pack or say. Yashabra will be a crew by your so Sambrea, Yashi, what will be boom rallies to be a encounter, dear. Pack up, brothers.
We are Henry Bush to be church, dear.
I said if you are ashamed that to produce a while before I'm like we can't here. Paka from brothers you be paka to the packers and the team you have a chairman there. And then I
Matthias.
And brother
Nana Medasi. But I just said the $5,000 in a 51,750 Ghana cedis. And yet this man bought the car for 4,000 Ghana cedis. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Paka.
Yes, I have first enough things there.
But also for me, because I'm in training.
Sophie, you.
Oh, DC. The monitor program, who say NPP ni beton and DC ni ya di obajatum. We also beton. That's when you come up party no. They say Ghana ni ya way.
The way in there when suffer.
It's so you said man in training as me that's it.
Mati, suffer medasi. Hello, good morning. Oh, Otieno. Yeah, hello, good morning. Oh, no, Tieno. Yeah, okay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Maza.
Yes, I'm actually first everything.
Because if you are Palm Valley, Western region.
Bacho Etio.
With the Martinez Napa Mobile now. Chief Justice, Vienna, Mission, the person in Takata. Corruption will cause so many more. I will say the shed yeah is really bad. Before say you think for it after because when the for the dear you better sano you better not to go by and cover dear. Say a more media a day or more car. I will say a dummy. It is a corruption we are concerned with Chief Justice inside that. And yet, the family now was there was some Milano. They go 10 years in the Tumania and Kedin Bayon.
Mate. Mr. Medasipa, Mamma Cornes Corners on the pay. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Pache for San African, madam.
The Pache, I have to make.
From Pache on the pay.
The Pache, that Tamrano.
Mammy, me share. Me say John at the bayou, and now they at the bayou, but me go so yo, because I'm brawy dear. I don't know. Anyway, yeah. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm a chair for San African.
I just let me carefully because we come.
Okay, it's on the Pemilia.
Sometimes so MPP fan because I would think why I would think I want justice. On say Mr. Kiteka says here cousin.
Meet you.
Now I say what see the law is the law. So the same law no we apply it to Chief Justice. What see is different. What see Mrana no be talk on to brango. I was a man of Honoma. Yes, the same thing Chief Justice you know. And the same thing. And if I'm sure Omar and Yajuma, just one man. Upon our folks, I can. What has it and mechanical?
Mate. Hello, good morning. Yeah, hello, good morning.
Morning.
Yes, I'm Machevo and everything.
They are a friendly answer.
Okay, get you.
Let me say, I'm now we know. Me, I'm Tiasi. Both two parties no
yebi.
Oh, because me class be so over to class 2001 mo. And that time no for no original or NDC MP. Runs a talk cast my MPs nyina. Oh na omo to abani wi a mulusu ye no. At that time no omo ki go bia ki pun cast edisi wonti kufo efiri so yi no. Ansa na sa ka ne ba out na epido. The cast has mo so omo betimi follow sa ayu na. No say no crepa this ne you omunyina yes ane ma no so eti sebe papa no watoka na omumma ne nkotua balance no na mo faka no ma no ne mum sa amra no mo hyem din me das pa
exactly I think say somebody go say to me if you obeso e sumu na wo so a condition of service just said me dwo am ntiase how 5,000 4,000 And in any case, me check the 5% of the $100,000 vehicle. It's about $5,000. $5,000. What the bag Ghana is it's about 51,750 Ghana cedis. And the dollar rate is going to be used, So assuming at the time now a year 14, 15 now, a bit cost than this. And yet it was made to pay a little over 4,000 Ghana cedis. Check a bumpire there. Bishafo, a bumpire. The yadi wo ya Ghana be da koso. E be bumpire wo wiase nyina ye nkoso da. Enye ye da. You say no more and I say you can't really fault Kofi Juma. You can't really fault him because he's sharing that down. But again, on moral angle, you ask yourself, na a kind na was so yana and talk as we are not ayende. Ekiaba, ndem me kukuya ya me ya. Ameti as a council of final west nine.
Kofi, and Republic Day. And 1st July.
Yes, I'm going to
but we normal this month. Abaya na adwin so obeya ha adwin kakra because this month no omo increase non-life insurance premium.
Non-life insurance premium.
21.9%. Fuel so about 2. Petrol 2% and diesel 5%. And electricity so 2.45%. And plastic product be locally be also 7%. Nina gradually no good one by unya no sa honeymoon buzo bia ware a okwa honeymoon and all the kwache baby dem akwa all be anim sa time no mo de na etwam so now they are going to face the reality
of life matter
see I
comes with us justice
na ya mo president mama na kan chinsimu akwa pano kwa forward dikakra mu no kre minumie ni nyina be dia dance o se na make cho se bibia anya from nso minumie ni nyina be dia dance se na enya asuti aban emebi atwamu na Russia ni Ukraine for ko yesi ni amabo be kosoro inti president Akufo-Addo mensa fa E11 mo Akufo-Addo se da ebubu ni aguma so medi E11 be ba ene yenya aban asuti o te se Israel ni Iran e kono o se E11 ankamedeba no matwa sensen minya fam rega na Ghana for watch rom and the president mama sent 7.8 million
medasi
oh we no ma say
medasi the one we see in time
you know nsia na bae ebre na so 3.5 hours ya adwuma na yie yenkomo no mama ne nka ha ya monsumu ni nto aso mo fie mu munwumam ni ba bia monam na yedane de aka nyina ma sometime a otu champon any sports crew no mo afa to aso akosi se 12 bebo a yede news beba afi na ye rade ni mankasa yen ye beso mo anope nyame ye adom no de yenkwachen ya yechena ye besan aba be to aso na ya ye adwuma ne saa bi den de Akua Asiedua bi ni nua bema
we from the Kwesi Pakao so na anope ko bompai no ade bi da makoma so bompai ma suspend oxygen mate what she's going through no if had your mom person your mental stability she is emotionally distressed as you see it is sometimes the understanding on the constitution that they are doing that be a bit hard ya mo fanche no am bompai ma no mate because mama you fame no here but transfer me dwene ho a you fame no is not an easy thing yeah no fame no no me the besia just for yam ya mo tena the besia ba have a good morning.